Take three. We're going to try this again. Oh man, I am not tech savvy, guys. So you'll have to forgive me and just help me along the way if I can figure out how to do this. So give me just 1 second. All right. Well, I'm going to see if I can figure out how to watch the chat from my phone at the same time so I can respond. This is all new. I feel like a big dummy, but I'm doing it. I'm biting the bullet and we're getting out there. So just be patient with me, guys. We're going to figure this out and it will not be like this the next time. So we'll just go from there. All right. So far, I don't see anyone in the chat, which is probably a great thing because I'm a mess. So let me see if I can respond to myself. Hi there, Jean. All right. So that is working. I can actually see it on the screen too. So I might have to really get up and close and personal so I can read it or just kind of watch in the chat on my phone. So we'll just go from there. And I have a notebook and a pen so I can take notes and if somebody asks questions or things like this, so that I could be a little more comfortable doing this from now on. So, anybody else gonna join me today? I guess I can figure things out like all of it. It's just all so new to me. It's just a matter of taking a great learning curve. These windows behind us have a glare and it's hazy, and I'm hoping that that doesn't really bother the live stream too much. We have the mirrored paper on the windows that reflect it back outside. So, and I'm sure they're pretty dirty because the dust and stuff, because we have a lot of dust out here. So, the sun should be shifting direction shortly, and hopefully, it won't bother us so bad. And I'm just talking to myself, but that's okay. Because talking to yourself sometimes is good when you're trying to figure things out. I had it on the cell phone earlier, and I was playing around with that, and that didn't work out. My computer, uh, I have a Dell laptop, and the cat's knocked it off, and the corner of it's cracked. So I have to be very careful how I touch it or what I do. I can use the keyboard pretty okay, but if I touch anything wrong, it goes flying up, and then it changes to another screen and stuff like this. So I'm just going to try to be very careful and just take it from there, one day at a time, right? All right, we got actually 7 minutes until the live starts. In the meantime, I'm going to be playing around with some buttons to figure out what's what. It says we have a pop-out dashboard, whatever that is. We're just going to learn together, guys. All right. So we're still waiting on anybody and everybody to join us. That's pretty cool that they have that little thing that pops out on the screen. So it's really awesome that I can see that. I wish I could disable, which, like I said, I'm not computer savvy. I wish I could disable the pop up um, what do you call it? My all timers, part timers, or sometimers went into gear here. So I don't even know what I was going to say, guys. So I'm going to watch over here for a second. All right. Notifications. That's the word I was looking for a while ago. Let's see what this is. All right. I'm just playing around on the screen while we're a little early, just to kind of learn things so I can figure this stuff out. I do not want to do either one of those. I guess we can do the pop out. Oh, we're going to go out of that for a second. Let's see. Right. I'm going to try the little pop out screen again just to kind of watch and see if I see anything. Hello, Sherman Family Farms. You are my first victim. This is the first live I've ever done, so this is really funny. Do you have just for kids set to not for kids? I do not know. I am retarded when it comes to this. I tried to set it for that it was acceptable for kids, and I went back and put it on not for kids, so I don't know. So help me out, man. And I have no idea how to go back into it while I'm on it. Was it hard to come into the live? Sherman Family Farm. Make sure it's set as not for kids. Okay, I did. I did that this time. I did set it for not for kids. Thank you so much. I was praying that somebody I knew from other live chats would be in here to help me, because I do not have a clue, and Mark is not here to help me figure this out. All right, on all the videos, not gotcha. Because I usually, when I choose the settings to put the videos out, because I have to do everything by the phone, because I don't have access too much to this computer. It's sitting here now doing the live, but I don't use it often because the screen is broke on the corner and the cat's knocked it off. So I'm just doing what I can with what I have. Eventually we'll get all the right tools. So how are you doing this evening, Sherman Family Farm? And I am looking down at my phone or off to the side, because that's how I'm going to participate with what's going on in the chat right now. So when I actually get StreamYard and learn how to work it, then I will use all those fancy features that I see other people using in their lives. Have you done a live? Well, I'm sure you have, because you know how to answer these questions that I have no clue how to answer. I think I'm going to just set my phone up here. Let's see. All right, so you are actually commenting, so that means that I've done that right this time around, the take 3 part of it. And I think my computer is actually delayed, so it might take me a second to catch up or to respond in the chat. I'm not sure how that's working out, but I guess we'll just go from there. Play it by ear. I'm going to have to go back and look for your past lives, Sherman Family Farm. What is your first name, if you don't mind me asking that, if it's Sherman or if it's something else? It's Josh. Awesome. I'm going to write that down. That way I can get to know you a little bit better. I have me a little pen and pad here to take notes. It's nice to meet you, Josh. I'm Jean. I know we've seen each other in quite a few of the other folks' live chat. I am so grateful you're here. This is all new to me. I can talk to the animals all day long, but and I love people. Don't get me wrong, but I'm really shy when it comes to being on camera or people taking pictures, things like that. I love to sing, but I've always had stage fright. I will not get on there and sing. I've tried it at church. I don't have the courage to do it. So where do you live, Josh? I know I've seen a few of your videos. I just trying to give everybody equal time right now. I'm going to jump back to um, Oklahoma. Good deal. I'm just trying to give everybody equal time that is subscribing to me and me to them, um, as we're picking up new subs and stuff like that, and giving our subscription to other folks. Um, that I just want to be loyal to everybody, but I do want to be more loyal, I guess, to people that are loyal to our channel, if that makes sense. And I know we have a lot of people to be loyal to. We got a really great community of people that are so helpful, that answer all my questions all the time. My throat is a little dry. So it's officially 5:03, and you're the only one here with me, Josh. So I greatly appreciate it. You make this a lot easier, not just a little. So the delay is definitely on my end. And I'm pretty positive it's coming from the computer and not the phone. So I'm reading the chat on the phone and doing the live from the computer, which I have to hotspot. We're way out in the country and have no real good internet service. We had a satellite dish, but that was a joke. So they just come and put the fiber optic lines out here. So hopefully we can get some good service very soon. I guess it's good to get all the pave all the bumps that we're creating in this road until we do get the good service and the good cameras and everything else. Yeah, it's I guarantee it's probably the phone. I meant not the phone, the computer. So I appreciate the feedback very much so. Do you have children, Josh? I have three grown children, and I have three as well. Awesome. I have three grown children, and they're all 30 plus. And then um, first and last is girls, middle is a boy. And I am currently raising a grandchild. I've had him his whole life. His name is Dallas, and he is 14 years old. We homeschool and do all that good jazz. So something's fixing to happen again. 15, 5, and 15 months. See, it's hard for me to see on my phone because that little heart at the bottom. Hold on one second. I have to try to figure out how to remove all these notification things that are actually popping up. So I don't use the computer that often. Up, and I think I messed it up. So this is not good. All right. All right. I went out just trying to get rid of the notifications and messed myself up. So I'm going to quit playing with the screen because I know it's a dangerous thing with the screen. It looks like 15 or 10 months. I can't see until the chat actually rolls up a little because that little heart on the phone is covering the however months. But congratulations. And you've had them spaced apart. And sometimes that's a really good thing because the older ones can help with the younger ones. I love them little babies. My oldest daughter just had a baby on the 15th. So we have a little tiny one. You're probably like, oh, I had to come to the most boring live stream there is out there. But I appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it. Everybody has a first, I guess. And I appreciate you being here with me and being the first person ever in my live stream. I will not forget it. Yep, we do. We do. I just figure it's best to just get ourselves out there, throw ourselves under the bus or out to the wolves or whatever you want to call it. Because eventually we'll be talking to more folks and doing more lives. And I try to watch everybody else's live to see how they do it, but we kind of have some things in common and some things not in common. I have a lot of animals. I love the animals. We have a lot of rescues and a lot of people calling for rescues right now, wanting us to take them in, and we just don't, unfortunately, don't have the means to do that right now because it means the extra fencing and the extra everything. I mean, we have people, do you want a horse? Do you want, we haven't got a cow yet. I'm sure people's going to eat their cows before they give them away, but things that people just can't afford to take care of anymore. They're calling, and whether they're elderly or they just don't have the money, they it's really sad because I'd hate to see myself in that situation where I'd have to get rid of all my animals because I couldn't take care of them anymore due to illness or finances or anything like that. Because the animals have to learn somebody new, have to learn a new home. And a lot of people don't look at animals like people, but they sort of are. They do have emotions and they have feelings, and um, they love like we love. You know, when you show them affection, they really give it back. So I'm glad that we have our little babies in the live. Just chat with folks and also make sure. All right. I appreciate that. We are in Poplarville, Mississippi. And that's more in the southern part of Mississippi, which I'm sure you could probably tell with the little accent that I'm more of a southern girl. I was born in Louisiana, but close to the Mississippi line. But I've thought about kind of doing something funny, but I don't know that my phone would do it outside or whatever with the live to say ask the animals a question. Just do something kind of fun, on a live. Say ask the animal any question, and people come up with their little questions. Make it silly, and then respond back what the animal might say in that situation. But that's probably a dumb idea. Just trying to figure out what to do to make it kind of fun. And if my husband was here, it made it a little bit easier because we could have carried a conversation um, instead of me just flying by the seat of my pants. He was supposed to be here, but he had to work late. So I'm here doing this by myself, and that's okay. But I guess we'll just hang in there um, and see. I put out yesterday and today that we were going to do a live just in one of those little community chat things, I guess you can say. I guess I'm going to figure out how to do it where it pops up saying that we're going live at a certain time to schedule it. Don't know how to do any of that yet, but I'm going to learn. What other suggestions you have for me, Josh? I'll take any. Oh. And that would be my husband. Hold on 1 second, please, Josh. I'm on the live, honey. All right, you on your way? Yep. All right. Well, that was my husband. So he is on his way home, I'm assuming. He just hung up real quick because he didn't know how to answer. So let's see. Yeah, and goofy me, I was going to do not disturb, which I may still be able to do that on the phone while we're talking. I am technically a baby here. Babies know more about all this junk than I do. Try to figure out how to do not disturb. I know there's a button here. Just work with me, Josh. You're going to laugh your head off. Say, this lady didn't have a clue what she was doing. And I asked my grandson to come in here and help me because he's a little tech savvy. He's like, Meemaw, I don't want to do that. And I get it. I know I've seen it before. There we go. Just keep laughing with me and at me. I'm okay with that, Josh. There we go. I got it on Do Not Disturb. Good deal. All right. I think we'll be okay. I might have to do that as well, put it on vibrate, but I can't figure it all out. So I'm just going to take it one day at a time. My favorite saying. All right. That's a good idea. I'll write that down. I try to study as much as I can about all this stuff. But the only bad thing about the live deal with YouTube is until you actually go live, there's no test run. You just are thrown out there. So we'll just go with it. I do go to several of the lives on Thursday night and other ones during the day and things like that whenever I get a minute so that I can learn from them. But everybody looks so comfortable while they're chatting. And, you know, I'd feel much better if I could do like bringing you in right now and having a split screen and us talking to each other instead of just on the chat like that. But I have no idea how to do that. We do lives. Okay. On Wednesday. Good deal. I will definitely get involved with that and check y'all out. And yours is at what time, Josh? Okay. I love Mama V. I hadn't got to get in many of her lives because I'm always busy, but I'm trying to figure this all out and schedule it. She is something else. And I have been on 3 Mississippis in their chat. They're, I think, like 3.5 or 4 hours, close to 4 hours from here. And then Full Blown Country, I do watch them as well. It's just hard to get in at that 5 o'clock mark on Wednesdays for some reason, but I definitely want to give some time to Mama V on Possum Run Homestead because I really, really like her a whole lot. And then MT Homestead, I absolutely love Mike and Trish. And then the Vineyard Farmhouse. I have been in their chat, the Vineyard Farmhouse, but it's a little late for me because I usually wake up around 4:30, and that's if I get sleep at all because I have some issues, some restless leg issues. And then old man. All right. So if I'm up, I will definitely catch the Vineyard Farmhouse and the other one. Again, it's blocking the little heart at the bottom is blocking on the phone the words. So Old Man King. Okay, got it. Got it. Hi, Heather. I'm so glad you're here. I am a real dummy when it comes to all this tech stuff. Josh from Sherman's Family Farm has been helping me out so much. And hi there, Marketplace Boutique. This is exciting. If I can read the chat and respond back to y'all, this is a good thing because I am not good at just flying by the seat of my pants, throwing stuff out there. So I really appreciate y'all being here. Y'all just throw some questions out to me or talk to me in the chat and let me respond back. Help me out here. This is the very first live ever. So Josh has been a great help to me, trying to tell me how to do things. I realize that too, Josh, that everybody in this community is so, so helpful. And it's been wonderful getting to know everyone in this community. Camping Cage Free, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us. We are flying by the seat of our pants. Like I told others, that's coming a little before you. I'm glad everybody's kind of saying hello to everybody. That's a good thing. Waters Family Homestead. Hello. I'm in chat than anything because that's what I've been doing for the last few months is trying to read chat in other people's chats and just get to know people. And I've seen all these names before, so that's really good. Josh has been a great big help from Sherman's Family Farm because my husband's not here, like I told him, and I'm just flying by the seat of my pants trying to figure this out. Like I told him, I'm just throwing myself out there. I know we need to get live started. Not real comfortable with this, but I guess everybody has a first. So I appreciate y'all being here to watch me fall on my face on my first. Laugh with me, laugh at me. I'm okay with that. So, Heather, where are you from? Heather Lansgren, if I said your name correctly. I see you in a lot of chats. And as I was telling Josh, my phone is, I have my phone up in the chat so I can read the chat better. And I have my computer up, which is a laptop. Cats knocked it off and broke the corner of the screen. It's a touch screen. So it doesn't operate the way it should, but this is what we have right now. So that's what we'll go with. Okay. That makes me feel real good, camping cage free. Oh, wow. Waters Family Homestead. Thank you so much. We follow y'all as well. And I am so grateful for everyone that follows us and watches us with our crazy little critters. And as I was telling Josh, we love them. They're like our children. We they're like people. You know, they have emotions. They love you. They are sad when you're not there to love them back. And you know, like for instance, my sister had a really bad car accident, and she was in the hospital for a few months. And she has two little Boston Terriers, and I was over there while she was in the hospital trying to take care of her dogs. And you can tell they were just so lost. They was like wondering where the mommy went. So it was so good when she came home. But now, if she asks me to babysit them, I'll go over there and I'll check on them and spend some time with them and stuff. But you can tell that they're really, they love me, but they're bothered by the fact that where's my mommy? You know, because they were traumatized by that experience. So animals have feelings. They definitely have feelings. Is that Wisconsin? I don't, I'm not real good at the initials for the states and stuff like that. Yes, good deal. I know there's not a whole lot of W's out there, but we'll just go with that. So, camping cage free. How are you doing this evening? And Waters Family Homestead. How are y'all doing this evening? I'm good, just very nervous. Know it'll come with time. Just like in the videos, I wasn't about to put myself for the first little while. I would not put myself on a video. I would talk behind the camera. I would never be in the video. Dee from Homestead in the Woods with Dee, she helped me break that fear and, you know, encouraged me to get up on her live on her platform and I was a little more comfortable with that because I had somebody to talk to. But and Peaceful Des, they have been remarkable helpers to me, trying to help me figure this out. And Ryan, the tech guy, and um, DJ Cartoon Universe. These are all people that's helped. And if I forget somebody's name, please forgive me. But I gratefully appreciate everybody that's been out there. Somebody else is custom screen printing. Wayne with custom screen printing. He is so sweet. He always gives me a shout out if he sees me in the chat on anybody's live, and tells how we have our little farm animals. It's like a little cheerleader in the background. He's a sweet, sweet guy. Yeah, Des is super sweet. She is so helpful to. I haven't seen her ugly to anybody. I've seen her snap a little bit in the chat, if somebody was saying ugly stuff to other people, but not. I don't think it's her nature to be ugly to people. But if she feels like she's got to defend somebody, I think she would back them up 100%. Wayne with custom screen printing is a really nice man. Like I said, check him out if y'all haven't, because he is helpful. Um, he'll answer any questions you got. He'll give you a shout out. He's just a nice guy. Oh, Devil Dog. That's another one that has been super duper helpful. He is awesome, like answering questions and things like that. Uh, really nice guy. And him and his wife, I think, makes stickers. So y'all have any other suggestions for somebody that could design like a logo or stickers for us? Because I do some drawing and stuff, but I'm just kind of like blah on ideas right now. So it might take me a minute to respond because I think my chat is lagging. So let's see. And I will eventually, guys, hopefully sooner than later, I will get the StreamYard or some kind of streaming platform. StreamYard seems to be the thing to go to, but I will get that and be able to bring people up on the platform and be able to drop you links, things like that. But if y'all are in the chat right now, please definitely go subscribe to each other, help each other out, because we know in this community we all need to help each other out, especially with the way that the algorithms and stuff run. And one day you'll see this many subs, and then you'll wake up the next morning and 4 or 5 of them's missing. And then throughout the day, they may stagger back in, sometimes 1 or 2, sometimes you'll get them all back. But I'm just like, what is going on? I guess it's just something they do. Waters Family Homestead is a good one to follow. I know when I typed it in, I had to put all of it together. I did the at first, and then I capitalized the Waters and then the Family and Homestead, but I scrunched them all together like you see it on the screen. That's the only way I found them. Well, hi there, Michael. It's good to meet you and know your first name. I am writing down, guys, so because I really want to get to know everybody better. And I, have seen y'all all in other folks' chat. And it's nice to get to know y'all's first names. So It's nice to meet you, Michael. And I am Jean. My husband is Mark. He had to work late, so that's why he is not here right now. Just in case you weren't in here when I said that earlier. He is normally, we have our own business. We have a business doing construction, remodeling. We have a hot water pressure washer, and we do a lot of drywall repair, things like that. But things has just gotten super slow in the last few months. And even though we live in a tiny home, we've converted a camper that we had got from a friend into a tiny home. We still have lots of bills that some of them were before we got in here, and we want to get all this kind of paid down and taken care of and be more self-sustainable and not have to worry about, you know, constantly whether or not you're going to pay your bills every month. And right now we're still at that point of having to worry how we're going to pay this or that. So my husband, thank God, went out and he's working with his sister for a plumbing company. He took plumbing for 5 years, and he likes working for himself. We like working for ourselves, but right now it's just not happening. People just can't afford it. So he's doing something where he can actually make money to pay the bills while Dallas and I take care of the animals and things here at home. So, oh yeah, the feed is super duper expensive. And I was telling Josh earlier with Sherman's Family Farm that the animals, people are calling us every single day almost asking us to take animals in because we're not classified as a rescue, but we do rescue. And my sister's like, how does people even know how to get in touch with you? I'm like, friends that know people that know we have animals, and people call us and they're like, can y'all take this or can y'all take that? And here lately, unfortunately, we've had to say no because we, can barely keep up with what we have right now. So we're just doing the very best we can with what we have. But I can't bring something else here and put that burden on us. And I wouldn't want to take an animal out of a situation because someone couldn't afford to pay for it to bring it into another situation and then it get where we might not be able to pay to take care of it and then it'd have to be rehomed again. So that wouldn't be fair to the animals. So it's best, even though I love all the animals, it's best just to say no sometimes. And it hurts my heart because my husband and everybody's like, yeah, you'd take home an elephant or a giraffe if you could. And I would. I really would. It doesn't matter what it is. I just love animals. We have a turtle. We had another turtle. My sister gave me a little box turtle, but I just couldn't see that little turtle being stuck in a little container all day. Couldn't get out and get sun and grass and things like that. Hey there, Tiger 454. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for joining us. So guys, we're just gonna keep on one day at a time, taking care of these critters the best we know how, and pray that things get better out there. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like talking about it on the live, and I'm not about wanting to get into politics and all that, but we're coming up on some pretty rough times. And the best thing we can all do is pray for each other, pray for this country, and just keep on praying. Because I don't see it getting any better. And I'm most of the time seriously an optimist, but I don't see it getting any better anytime in the near future. But with God, all things are possible. So He can change that. But I do think that our country is under judgment because of all the crazy stuff going on. So I think we're just seeing some of that. And we're going to get off that subject and go to something more upbeat. Things that is going to better our lives, better our farm, anything, improvements that we can make, I'm willing to learn. And I'm not super duper tech savvy, but I'm trying to learn. I do most of the editing and things like that. Well, all of it. My husband really doesn't mess with any of that, but I can understand a lot of that and how to get past all of that. But as far as, you know, some of this other stuff, whole new animal for me. Just going to take time to learn how to do it all. And I gratefully appreciate again Josh from Sherman Family Farms. You have been a great help. And it's really nice to know that you're here to support. Um, I put on Do Not Disturb, and I still have Snapchat of all things trying to pop up on there. So, yep, it's definitely great to see everybody in the chat. And I appreciate y'all being here. Excuse me. So, what do y'all want to talk about? Ask me questions. If I can answer them, I will. But the chat is delayed on my end because we have horrible internet here as well. We live way out in the country. Let's see. Well, that's a great thing, Tiger 454. Most of mine I put up without editing. I do throw some words in there and stuff sometimes, or laugh at myself. And, I'm just like, okay, instead of trying to edit it out, we're just going to explain it at the top of the screen with some words here. So that's what we do. But I'm definitely going to, I'm not sure 100% if I have you or not yet, Tiger 454, but I am going to write your information down, and I am going to go look you up and subscribe if I'm not subscribed. What is your first name, Tiger 454? Yeah, I don't know that I could do that big channel editing stuff either. Some people are just super duper talented in that area. Mary, it's so nice to meet you, Mary. I'm writing it down because in future chats, or if I see you in other people's chats, I would, maybe say, hey, Mary at Tiger 454, or hey, Josh at Sherman Family Farms, trying to get myself familiar with y'all's names. And Michael at Waters Family Homestead. And Heather, I'm pretty sure your name is Heather, right? Let's see, who else is in here? Camping Cage Free. What is your first name? Just kind of bear with me because I'm playing on the reading the chat in and the other end. And Marketplace Boutique. What is your first name? And hello, if I didn't say hello earlier, I'm so sorry. I am learning the ropes here, so I'm a little slow. But I appreciate y'all bearing with me. Just trying to look through real quick to see if anybody I missed. Josh has been here hanging with me. Yep, I thought your name was Heather. Heather. Thank you for clarifying that for me. Are you a moderator in anybody else's chat, Heather? Or Josh? From Sherman Family Farms. So Marketplace Boutique, if you're still here, and Cage Free Camping, if you're still here, Tell me your first name, please, so I can write it down. I just want to get to know people better. The Max. It seems like I've seen the Max too. I'm going to have to go and check that out. Waters Family Homestead. Okay. That's good. I'm going to put some information down for people that do moderate for other channels, because I will eventually, if I get better at this, and I'm sure I will, it's just going to take a little time, will want, to try to get a few moderators in here, because I can't possibly keep up with all of it. Kevin is your name. Camping Cage Free. It's nice to meet you, Kevin. Very nice to meet you. We have 10.19 acres here. We only have, let's see, maybe 3 cleared. My husband does hunt on the property for deer, and we do love animals, but that is one thing that we do, is we deer hunt. So, not that I want to take anything's life, but I mean, it does feed the family, and it takes some of the stuff off of the grocery bill, if you know what I mean. We are in Poplarville, Mississippi, Tiger 454. Mary, we're in Poplarville, Mississippi, which is more of the southern part of the state. We're closer to the Louisiana line. Not right on it, but we are closer to it. I thought you moderated too, Heather. So that's good to know, because I know that you're definitely in a lot of them that I'm in the background. And it's nice to actually get to see people's face sometimes. You used to live in Gulfport, Mary? That's awesome. Gulfport's just a little too fast paced for me nowadays. I used to live in Pass Christian on the water. I had a double waterfront lot in Discovery Bay. I don't know if you're familiar with that. And I loved it. I didn't love having to move the vehicles and move everything up whenever any kind of storm was in the Gulf. It would push water in, and we had to move everything, vehicles, everything. And yep, Katrina relocated me as well. I had a restaurant in DeLisle, and I had a home in Pass Christian on the water, and Katrina wiped us out completely, my business and my home, all in a matter of hours. Everything was down to the ground. So ground zero. But we built back and built better. And then, hey, Miss Rita from Rita's Roost. So glad you're here. So exciting. But we did build back, my ex-husband and I, and we just couldn't make it. It wasn't a good fit. That's all I'm going to say. But we parted ways, and I'm glad, because it just wasn't working. And I'm now more living. You're not late. You're just on time, Miss Rita. But I'm more living my dream now with the animals and taking care of them than I ever have when I had my restaurant and when I had house on the water and all that. I would much rather live in a camper trailer and be happy than be miserable. My mother used to say beautiful misery, because I had a big, beautiful 4-bedroom house with an elevator and everything in it, and big stone fireplace, indoor, outdoor. But I was miserable. I was extremely miserable. So it's best that I got out of that situation, because I would almost lost my life in the process of that. So, um, the animals now, I've learned, like when my restaurant was destroyed in Katrina, I, um, my best friend, one of my best friends that was in Biloxi, Mississippi, had a veterinarian hospital and she needed help. Her staff was mostly military and they had to leave with Katrina. And then I lost my restaurant and my home, and she needed help. So I went and helped her at the vet hospital, and I learned a whole lot of stuff that I loved animals, but I had no clue at some of the things that um, you did with animals, and the way to take care of them. So that was a great resource to me, especially doing what I'm doing now with the animals and stuff, because a lot of the things, a lot of the problems or health issues or anything that they have, I can handle most of them, not internal things, but I can handle most little things. And I also can handle things with my husband. I used to also do the certified medical technician. And so I do have some medical experience that helps me to be able to save us money on medical bills for animals and ourselves, which is a wonderful thing. So, Miss Mary, you're in Missouri now. Okay, that's awesome. I'm going to really check out your channel, and that's awesome. Good for you, Mary. It's a great job. I love taking care of people. Uh, it's nice to really get to learn people, a different side of people, if you know what I mean. And when you're taking care of them medically, you learn a lot. And, oh, good. You got finished working, huh? Waters Family Homestead. Michael, that's good that you finished up at a good time. I'm going to try to hang out for at least an hour um, on here because I do have to. My husband, I know, is on his way home now, finally. And I'm going to have to get him some dinner cooked up because he's been gone since 5 o'clock this morning. So I just want to make sure he has a good hot meal when he walks in the door because I feel like that's the least thing I could do with him gone all day. Yeah, they do almost become family, Mary, at Tiger 454, um, because you're so close to them and they relying on you to take care of them. I actually, the way I wound up in Poplarville is years ago when my ex-husband and I divorced, I put a sign up in my restaurant that I was looking for housekeeping or anything like that because I just knew I needed to get away from him and I didn't care what that meant. I was willing to walk away from everything just to have peace of mind. And one of my customers was like, I have a friend that's mother needs someone to take care of them, and I've already had the experience doing the CMT. So um, I went over there, checked it out. I started doing it part time for the lady. And then she says, my mom has this house in Poplarville, Mississippi. And, you and your daughter, at that time, it was me and my 18-year-old daughter. And my grandson was barely 2 years old at that time that I'm raising. So she said, we have this house over there. It's just sitting there. You could take mom and take care of her in her house if you want. And that would be better for you. And I'll pay you X amount of dollars, to do so. So I was like, yeah, we can do this. I mean, I felt like God really opened a door for me to get away from the ex and provided me with a job, a home, and everything I needed because here I was raising a little grandson as well that needed a home and a daughter that was in her last year of high school. So we went, came here to Poplarville, and then I moved after I was finished taking care of my course with her, then I moved back to Louisiana for a little while. And when we decided to buy property, I told my husband I want to be in Poplarville because I like it so much up here. I like the country, small town feeling that you get here. So it's been a rocky road at times, but I'm glad that I finally have a husband that we've been together for 11 going on 12 years, that he loves animals. I love animals. We get along real well. We work good together, and it's just a good match, a very good match. So, Miss Rita, did you get everything canned that you was trying to can today? Miss Rita is sweet. I love watching her um, videos and Rita's Roost. She's so precious. I love her accent too. She's got the cutest little accent. Guys, don't forget to hit the like, please. I know some of you, if you're on your phone, you might have to go out and come back in because I have to do that when I'm on my phone and other people's live. But as y'all know, every little thing helps. The chat, the likes, all that. So I appreciate it very much so. 14 quarts of tomatoes, huh, Miss Rita? Wow, that's awesome. So, Michael, you've been working hard. What do you do, Michael, in Waters Family Homestead? That's awesome, Heather. That's what I try to do as well. I try to hit that like button when I go into anybody's live as soon as I go in because I don't want to forget. So I gratefully appreciate everybody. So I watched Mark's video yesterday. Who's Mark? Waters Family Homestead. So, oh, my husband, Mark. I'm sorry. I'm like, duh. I am a blonde naturally. So I'm sorry. Yeah. He has been kind of bummed out. He's thankful to God that he has this job for his sister and her husband, that they have a plumbing company, but that's not really what he wants to do. He likes working for himself like we've been doing since we've met. And it's just a tough pill to swallow, but sometimes when you've got bills and a family to take care of, you have to swallow it. So we do what we got to do to survive, and that's just it. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just have to do what we have to do. And I appreciate him for getting out of his comfort zone and going to do that, which means a lot longer days and um, us not seeing each other, the animals not seeing him because he loves the animals like I do, and they love him. He's just got a really great connection to the animals, which is awesome. And boy, when their daddy comes home, they are so excited. It's adorable to see how excited, and they all just like running to get his affection and his attention. And he'll make the rounds at night too, to make sure all of them's good. It doesn't matter if he comes in at 10, 11 o'clock. He's going to walk around to check on everything and let everybody see him and pet him. And um, I think that's so special. And I love that connection, that relationship that they have. Yeah, Miss Rita, you got your hands full. I have done some canning myself. It's been a little while, especially since we live in a camper and a little tiny home. Uh, it's a lot tougher in here to do it, so I don't do it as much. But I do get to go to my sister's house and we can together sometimes. she has all the amenities to do that. And we didn't do a garden this year because last year we had so much trouble with trying to keep up with water. Even though we're way out in the country, we have city water here, and we have to pay by the gallon, 20 cents a gallon for water. That's a little ridiculous. We wanted to dig a well. We started, we hit water, and then it broke the piece, I guess you could call it, because the ground is real hard here in some spots. Hit something and broke the bit off. We had like a pointed bit with teeth on it and stuff like that, but it broke off in the ground, so we couldn't get that back and lost a lot of time with trying to do a well, but eventually we will get a well down. There is a natural spring on the property way in the back. It's real wooded area back there, but we're going to go try to locate that and see if we can tap into that. That's good, Miss Rita. I did as well. My grandparents, I grew up around farming and around the canning and all that stuff. And it's a really great thing to know. And I'm trying to teach my grandson, Dallas, that is 14 years old now. We homeschool, but that's part of his homeschooling is learning how to do these things. We have to teach this generation how to do these things because it's a lost art. And if we don't teach them, nobody will. Hey, Bert Windows, I'm so happy you're here. How exciting. My friend Bert. I'm glad you came in, Bert. But yeah, guys, we have to teach our kids. I'm an old timer too, Miss Rita. How to do these things, how to can stuff and preserve stuff and grow stuff. And it's just a lost art, like I said. And if we don't do it and we die with that, they're not going to have it and they won't be able to take care of themselves. And I want my grandchildren and children to learn how to be self-sufficient as much as possible. And especially in these days and times, because God knows we definitely have to take care of ourselves, because I don't think there's anybody coming to rescue us besides the Lord Jesus Christ. So, and that's good enough for me. But I wiggle around a whole lot, y'all, and I'm sorry if I move a lot, but I am, I've had 8 back surgeries and it's hard for me to sit still for long periods. So just bear with me as I wiggle around. Bert, I'm so excited that you came in, and Miss Rita and everybody that's here for my first live, because I was so totally uncomfortable not having anybody to talk to. And then Josh with Sherman's Family Farm popped up, and he was giving me pointers in the background and trying to help me because this is so new to me and I feel like a big dummy doing this, but it's something we got to do. I know it's something that on YouTube that we all need to do. It just makes it better, So if y'all would, guys, I don't have I know I said this earlier, but for the new ones that came in, I don't have the StreamYard or anything like that right now. And I just hope that y'all look each other up and subscribe to one another if you're not already, because I really believe in this community. And everybody has been so helpful. Everybody has been so helpful. I mean, I've never met a community. I've had a restaurant. I've had many other businesses and done many other things. And I've never met such a wonderful community of people like I've met since I've come on to YouTube. I mean, everybody is so helpful and loving and kind. And I hear them saying family. I love this family. I think it's a great family to be in. And I just love how everybody's heart is community oriented, and everybody just wants to help everybody. Yeah, Bert, if you would have been here when poor Josh was here at first with Sherman's Family Farm, poor Josh was just giving me pointers because I'm like, you know, feeling real dumb. And this is the third try on. I laughed. I said, take three, because I tried two other times before and I couldn't get the settings right. And on YouTube, as y'all know, that has went live before, you're just kind of thrown out there. You don't know until you figure out the buttons and everything that you got to master while you're doing this. You don't know where anything is because you don't get a trial run. You just have to go with it. And then I've got my phone where I can see the chat, and then my messed up laptop that the cat's knocked off where I'm actually streaming to. Um, it's all like kind of working together, but against each other, it's lagging really bad. So I'm responding when I see, as soon as I see y'all say something in the chat, as soon as I can. And I don't think I missed anybody, but if I did, please forgive me. Kind of looking back through. Um, I gratefully appreciate y'all. So we have, I'm going to throw y'all under the bus a little bit. We have Josh with Sherman Family Farms. So if y'all are like me, you want to know people's first name, so write down Josh's name or put that in your memory bank. So Josh with Sherman's Family Farm. We have Waters Family Homestead, which is Michael. So remember Michael. We have Tiger 454, which is Mary. Try to remember Miss Mary. And we have Heather Landstrom, which is Heather, of course. Made a little joke about that earlier. And then we got Camping Cage Free with Kevin. And of course, Miss Rita with Rita's Roost. And I don't, Backwoods Misfit. I am going to go and try to watch them on Wednesdays. Recommendation of Sherman Family Farm. I think I'm subscribed to them. I'm going to have to go check. But awesome. Michael, that's good to know that you do the HVAC and stuff like that. Where are you located? Yeah, I love Burt Windows. I love Jesse and Lisa with Lazy Days Ahead. They're a great little couple as well. And guys, I have these goofy little glasses on. They're just reading glasses, but I won't break down and go get real glasses. I need to do that, but I just flip these up on my head when I need to. Hello, Miss Jackie. So glad you joined us. Miss Jackie, do you have a channel, or are you just an individual? And then CNC Farm, hello there. Welcome in. A new Fondler Ingalls family, if I said that correct. Forgive me if I butchered it. Hi there and welcome in. I'm so glad y'all here. Okay, Miss Jackie, I think I asked you that earlier today. Was you in Miss Rita's live stream earlier today, Miss Jackie? Last night. Okay. All right. CNC Farm. What is y'all's first name? If you don't mind me asking. And then also Newfoundlander, Ingalls family. Um, what is your first name? I try to get everybody's first name. I like being on a first name basis if possible so that I can communicate with you with your name. Uh, and in the process, guys, I'm writing stuff down because I'm a note taker. I have all timers, part timers, or some timers. I never know when I'm going to have what. So it's best for me to write it down if I'm going to remember it. Let's see. And give me a second because I'm trying to catch up on making sure I didn't miss anybody in the chat. Like I was saying earlier, I love the community that YouTube family has. Everybody helping everybody. I love it. I think it is awesome. All right, so you're Ashley with CNC Farms. Welcome, Ashley. And thanks for putting your first name out there for me. And then let's see. Bernie Ingalls. Okay. We're going to say Mr. Bernie. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Josh, with Sherman Family Farm. My name is Jean. I'm a little behind the curve here. We'll get it. We'll get it. He's got to keep me straight. I have a dream of him being a moderator one day. He's keeping me straight. Alien. That's my first name. Okay. Bert Window. Alien, huh? You're an alien. Well, you know what? I didn't show my face either. And I just had to break out of that because I know in order to do this, it's best, for people to kind of get to know you a little more one on one. You know what I'm saying? So it's greatly appreciated. Um, y'all giving me your first names and stuff. And I super duper thank y'all for being here. And if you haven't hit that like button, guys, please do. As you know, it helps us out. Okay. He was at Wayne's Screen Printing, Newfoundlander, Ingalls. I'm just going to call you Ingalls, okay? Or we can just call you Bernie, whatever one you choose. Um, that's awesome. And I said Mr. Wayne at the Wayne's, you know, custom screen printing. He's a great guy. He's so sweet, so helpful, and I appreciate him. He gets, like I said, he's like a little cheerleader in the background, shouting me out, and I gratefully appreciate that. He's just a really nice guy. Really, really nice guy. If y'all okay hanging in there with me a little while longer, we'll go a little more than an hour if y'all okay with it. I was kind of hoping Mark would come home. He's just going to have to fend for himself. I'm having too much fun learning how to do this live stream stuff. Now, a while ago, I had compassion that I needed to cook my husband dinner. Now I'm like, well, there's chips and salsa. I got every excuse in my head as to why I'm not fixing dinner. I do have chicken salad in there, so he can have that if he needs to, just to hold him off for a little bit. So everybody okay with staying maybe 30 more minutes? Yeah, Miss Rita, that's what I do too when I listen in on a lot of the live streams. I try to tell everybody hello and listen, run it in the background to just so everybody can get their time in and help out. Chicken fried rice, huh, Ashley? That sounds divine. I love chicken fried rice. Mark in Dallas loves it when I do the I do chicken fried or pork fried, sometimes shrimp fried rice, and I love, love, love it. And it's not hard to make. It's really good to a good easy meal to make. So, CNC Farms. How about you tell us something about yourself, if you don't mind, Ashley? Just something that we might not know about you. And then Miss Jackie, um, if you don't mind, tell me something that what is your favorite thing to do, Miss Jackie? All right, good deal, Bert. Thank you. Ooh, that sounds so good, Miss Rita. Wow. Well, Mark and I are coming to your house, Miss Rita. I don't even know where you live, but I'd be right on over there, girlfriend. I've always wanted to learn. I learned the simple knitting or crocheting or whatever you call it when I was a kid, but I've never learned how to really crochet or knit. I've always wanted to do that, but never had the time because most of my children's life, I was raising them by myself. So I was working 2 and 3 jobs at a time to support them and did not have um, the time to actually learn. But I'm hoping and praying that I can get in there and learn how to do it now. You live on coffee. I used to live on coffee, Ashley, but I've cut back to 1 cup a day most of the time, every once in a while too, because it just made my heart rate go up too much and things like that. The older I got, the more it started bothering me. So I backed off of some of the coffee. But I do love the green tea. It's caffeine, but it doesn't affect me quite as bad as the coffee does. Yeah, what time, Miss Rita? What time do you want us there? I love it. Yeah, Josh, do you there we need to get in there and help you out too, Josh. When are you doing your next live, Josh, with Sherman's Family Farm? Miss Rita, the favorite thing of mine from the restaurant was the customers. I love the customers. They were like family. I look forward to seeing them every day. It was nice to have, um, you had your regulars that were in there every day, so they definitely became like family. They were a big support to me in a really bad marriage, so it was nice to have people you could talk to. I didn't tell them any of my personal life, but on a regular basis, you felt like a human being because my ex did not make me feel that way. So, let's see, just me. Yeah, Ashley, I think I'm gonna come on over to your place, get some of that fried rice. Josh at Sherman's Family Farm, who are you asking about the how about yours? Is it watch time hours you're asking somebody? Or are you asking me? Um, let's see. Trying to read, guys. I got to really strain a little bit to see, but I want to make sure I answer everybody's questions. All right, CNC Farm. Well, guys, we need to get y'all up, get y'all's live going, and get y'all's hours in so we can all pass that mark together. Run this race together, guys. Let's do this. Oh, you in Southwest Georgia, huh? My friend used to live, my best friend in the world used to live in Augusta, Georgia, and they're now in Jacksonville, Florida. So, all of you guys that I do try to go look around when I can uh, to see who is doing lives and give some support to that live. And whether it's just hanging out or whatever we doing. You want to get in?
No.
My grandson just walked in and he's like, no. So, but we definitely need to support each other. So it's a really good thing that these lives happen and that people jump on and help each other. I mean, this is like I said earlier, a wonderful community of folks. And I am so grateful that we're all here to help each other because I couldn't do this alone. I'm so glad y'all here to support me in the chat and help me keep talking because I really don't know what to say half the time. So, Sherman Family Farm, Josh, what is your favorite thing to do? And how about you, Tiger 454? What is your favorite thing to do? Just trying to get to know each other a little bit better. So throw it out there, guys. And Heather, how many children do you have? Do you have any children, Heather? And if so, what are their ages? Of course, my grandson couldn't come help me technically earlier, but he can come in here to stuff his little pie hole.
You already know.
All right. Thank you so much, Ashley. You go take care of your husband and y'all enjoy that fried rice.
Ooh, chicken fried rice.
Exactly.
What was it, chicken fried rice?
There's nothing wrong with that, Heather. Sometimes I wish that, especially in these days and times, that I wouldn't have because I don't care for this world and what they having to grow up in now. It was nice meeting you on a more personal basis, Ashley. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.
You want me to tell him to come get in here?
Is he out there?
Yeah, he's on the phone.
Yes, tell him he's here and he didn't tell me. Look at that little stinker. He'll get it. Mark got home. I didn't even know he is home. Because usually he took my car because the car is cheaper on gas. I told him just take the car and back and forth. And you can't hear the car drive up, but you can hear it when his truck drives up. So here's the man with the plan. You better throw on a shirt. I know you're hot. Yep, we got to watch the kitty. They're going to knock everything down, dragging everything with them. All right, Miss Rita, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate you. You go take care of the hubby. I know you got to be tired from canning all those tomatoes today. You have a blessed night, Miss Rita. All right, guys. Mark is here, and he is going to throw a shirt on. I'm going to let him pop in and say hi, and I'm going to make a potty run real quick because before I even started, I was playing with trying to get all this mess set up. And thank you so much, Ashley, for reminding him about hitting that like button. But I'm going to let him pop in and say hi to y'all. So I have all kinds of favorites right now working. I'm going to read it out loud. Tiger 454 says, so I have all kind of favorites right now working in the garden, taking care of my animals. Later this year, you're going to be canning and preserving. And this winter, you'll be crocheting it and whatever. Awesome. That's awesome. I want to try to get into a live and get the stuff to crochet and somebody teach me how to do it. So I'm going to let Mark pop in here just for a second and say hi. You're going to have to, I can't move it around a whole lot.
Okay.
Say hi.
Oh, hello everyone.
They know who you are.
Yeah. Well, I'm Mark. I'm Jean's husband. We have this little one day at a time farmstead going on.
So so I'm a little hot right now. I've been out. Um, I took a job again in plumbing, so we're we've been in the heat. Well, I've been in the heat since about 6 this morning. So yeah, I'm just trying to get my bearings. Mine's a little hot, so hopefully I cool down. But I see everybody saying hi. So cool.
We got an
Um,
awesome community.
Well, we appreciate y'all coming on, and appreciate all the best wishes and all that. And you know, I was trying to call her on the way home. I knew I was running late, and I was trying to hurry up and get some stuff done at work. And of course, I'm working for somebody now, so it's not like own your own business. You can just finish up and go home. You got to kind of, you know, let them release you now. Like, so you basically got to say, hey, anything else y'all need done? Or, you know, sometimes you got to clean the truck out, the plumbing rigs, and get ready for tomorrow morning. Or sometimes we just, you know, we lock everything up and come home. It all depends what kind of day we had. So today's been kind of a busy one again. But you know what? Thank God I got a job. Thank God I have the knowledge to plumb, you know, do plumbing and carpentry, and I can paint pretty good and stuff like that. So, you know, thank God that I have these skills. Sometimes it's a blessing to be able to do all this, and then sometimes it's kind of like, you know, where's the work at? You know, I have all these trades, and it's kind of slow some things right now, but hey, I'm making it. You know, one day at a time, right? That's why we named this channel One Day at a Time, so we can do life one day at a time.
Let me put this kitty out.
So if anybody has any questions for me, kind of read in the chat. We can answer any questions or see what's going on. You know, just trying to read a little bit. So
Let's get back in here real quick.
um,
There's my other half.
yeah, good to be home. Good to be home. So how long you been on here?
I guess about a quarter till. This is my third take. Josh from Sherman Family Forums, which I'm going to roll down and show you. He has been helping me. I see him in a lot of other lives and stuff. Great guy. He's been helping me along because I was nervous as heck. And
maybe it's just other people just like us out there. That's all.
Oh yeah, I know. But it's nice to have understanding people that are in the same boat as us, doing the same thing as us. It's so nice to have everyone.
Yeah,
that is exactly
one day at a time.
That's my favorite song.
Yeah. When we was trying to name the channel, I was thinking all kind of crazy names. Like, I don't know, I had all kind of crazy stuff. I'm like, well,
and I showed him the song. I said, this has been my favorite song since I was a little girl. And I said, we always say we're doing life together one day at a time. So that's why we named it that.
Jackie, where do we find our rescue animals? We really don't look for them. People just call sometimes, like, you know, we just random people call us, family members. Hey, I know this friend, like the two cats, the ones I named BK Brothers. That was a friend of the family, and she's getting deployed or something.
Yes.
Yeah. She was being deployed. She
worked at Burger King, and then
in the military.
She was I think in the reserves. And she had two 2-year-old cats that she didn't give me all the details. She just said she had these two cats, sent me a picture of these two brothers, and she didn't want them separated and needed a place to send them. So I was like, okay. So my niece worked at Burger King at the time, and it was her friend. So I went to Burger King, met the girl. We had a big old box with these cats in it. And when I went to pick up the box, I'm like, goodness gracious.
They're big.
I said, is there other things in here, toys or anything? And the
No,
girl's
they're-
like, no, it's just cats. There was little holes in the box, so you couldn't see the cats. Buddy, let me tell you, when I got here and I opened the box and I let the cats out, they looked at me and I looked at them. I'm like, good Lord, y'all are huge.
They're big.
But I was okay with it. But I was thinking, you know, normal size cats. They're big cats, but they're very wonderful cats. We love them. But they hid under the sofa for at least a week.
Yeah.
And they finally, you know, I'd get on my hands and knees, get under there, play with them and talk to them. And they finally came around
and then
and they started, you know, the girl, we laughed because she said they really like watching cat TV.
yeah.
You know, where they see squirrels and birds and this and that. And I said, well, they're going to love it here because we don't watch TV, but they're going to get the real thing outside.
I mean, yeah, they got 10 plus acres, 100 acres to run around. So they got plenty of land to run around. So
Yeah, and we didn't let them go out right away because they were used to being inside and they were in a big old house. And I laughed. I said they came here from a big house and to a little bitty camper, and they're fine. They're happy. One of them, which we call Mossy,
BK Brothers.
he likes to stay inside. He hides so he can stay in here with us. And we don't let all the cats stay in, but he does stay inside, and I'm okay with that. He's such a sweet boy. And we get, like a few weeks back, we had a call from a neighbor that was like, can y'all take a guinea pig? I'm like, do they have a cage with it? Because I was totally
Monica.
unequipped. So I was like, well, yeah, I guess I can take a guinea pig.
Monica.
I mean, her name is Monica. Little boy snuck her home from school. The teachers had her mama guinea pig had babies, and it was right before school let out. So the teacher, I guess, asked the kids if they wanted one. The little boy said he wanted it, kind of snuck it home. And then his parents found it. He had to go to summer school. They like, nope, you're not having this. So we just wound up with that. So let's see.
So here's Monica, everyone.
Oh, you got her?
Say hello.
She's so cute.
That's Monty. Monty, what we call her, Monica?
Monica.
Monica.
Little sweet baby.
That's Monica. Say hello, family. Yep. That's sweet Monica.
Thank you so much, Josh from Sherman Family Farms. Pick me a few while you're out there. I love watermelon, and so does
Ooh,
Mark.
yeah. I eat a lot of watermelon.
Thank you so much. You made it so much more comfortable and easy for me to get in here on my first live, take 3.
Yes, thank you so much.
You have a blessed evening, Josh.
So back to some of the rescue things. It's just
Hey, Monica.
people,
Hey, sweet Monica.
they just call us. They just thank you.
Sometimes we like wondering where, how they found our number or how they knew we took in animals. I guess people tell everybody, it just goes down the line.
I imagine if we had the capabilities for more shelters and kennels and all that built, if we put something on like Facebook or something and said, we're helping out,
I'm going to put this
it
cat
would
out.
it would get really busy for us really quick, especially in this area. It would be really busy, and
You have to go outside.
so that's why we don't. That's why I told Gene, I said, do not advertise that we're a rescue. We're not. We're not a rescue.
No, we don't advertise that, but other people know what animal crazy we are.
Yeah,
So
well,
they all tell everybody, and that's how we wound up with all this stuff. But it's okay because we love them. They're a joy. I mean, it gives us something to look forward to every day. having all these little boogers. They're just so sweet, and it gives you a purpose in life. You know what I mean? It does me. It does my heart
She's making
good.
a little noise.
She wants her mama. That's why. Yep, she's a little sweetheart. I was hoping she'd make her little noise. You ought to go get her a cookie. She's got some little cookies. They're made for guinea pigs. They're not. I wouldn't give her anything that wasn't for her. But she likes her little treats. I'm gonna tilt the screen down just a hair. That way you can see her eat her little cookie. We actually had a rooster in here. Our rooster boss was in here. If y'all want to go back and look for the videos, he was attacked by a fox, and he almost didn't make it, guys. And I prayed, and I had a lot of people praying, and I made, a little neck brace for him, and he had lacerations on his neck, and I mean, he was in bad shape, bad shape. And thank God he survived, and he's doing great now. And this weekend, I'm going to try to, he's in our brooder box out there. We're going to try to let him out into the general population with the other chickens and stuff, and see how he does, and just go from there. So if y'all want to go look at his story, his name is Boss, and you can see start to finish. I did a little video of his journey to recovery, and it was sad but sweet all at the same time. And you can see him going from barely picking up his head to jumping up on our counter where our sink is and crowing.
Yeah.
So,
he was just running around the house. I said that
snatching my sandwich.
Yeah, he was getting a little too aggressive with it with us. So we got to get him back outside.
Not mean. He
not
just
mean,
was like,
but
y'all got something I want, I'm gonna take it.
I mean, he's doing good. He's doing good. All our babies out there are doing good and really, enjoying their life and having fun running around the yard.
The fun thing is, like, neighbors and my sisters and our friends, there's like, they all want to bring their grandkids or their kids over here to see the animals, which is awesome. I love it.
Well, you remember what Hope said, how she said that? We had a farm.
No, a zoo. She said, Meemaw, it's like a zoo here.
Yeah, the granddaughter said.
With all these animals.
Meemaw, it's like a zoo here.
Yes, the goats and the pigs are pets.
Yeah, they're pets.
They're definitely pets. We have 2 pigs that are breeder pigs, which is Cookie and Peanut. We let all our people, we did a little shout out to try to ask for help naming them, and it was fun. We did a drawing and let Dallas draw, and that's how we came up with their names. And I'm just trying to be careful because she's got pointy little teeth and she's at the end of her cookie, and so I don't want her to accidentally bite my finger.
Cookie and Peanut are mixed, and they're birch strier. They're designed for meat purposes, and we're gonna let them breed later on.
We are gonna breed them and sell the piglets.
And we'll be selling the piglets, for obviously the purpose of why we're doing it. And
then they might be like us, just buy them for breeders.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, they may just want them for breeders. So, but the pigs are a lot of work. They're a lot more work than the goats.
But they're a lot of fun.
They're a lot of fun too, because they're really smart, and they'll run around a yard and make a lot of noise, and man, they're just super intelligent.
What is he?
And Dozer, he loves to kind of herd them, so he'll chase them around and try to get them back in the kennels. But no, the goats, we have them for pets, and hopefully
when they have
their kids,
they're gonna prayerfully all 4 of our girls will kid this fall, and they'll if we don't get attached to those piglets, you're right.
Yeah.
But hopefully the 4 girls will kid in the fall, and we can actually sell the babies, because whatever we make on selling the piglets and the goats, we're going to just put back in our farm fund to take care of all of our little babies. You know,
Ready to
we
get back on
had
it?
rabbits. We sold some of those. That we have miniature dwarf rabbits, and then we also had what do you call those rabbits?
They was California and mixed with
New Zealand
New
and
Zealand.
California mix,
They're
and
big rabbits.
they are considered a meat rabbit, although I don't eat them. No, I do eat deer meat. I know people say Bambi and this and that, but deer are not pets. They're not my pets. I'm sure I would feel different if I had one as a pet. Oops, excuse me, guys. I just knocked a little table that I was sitting there. They are pets, like I said, but sorry, I got twisted when I bumped the table. The deer are not pets, so we can. It's easier to, take a deer out and put it in the freezer for the family than it is for something
Well,
that
she's-
you've been raising looking in the face.
What she's trying to say, we do a little still hunting,
Yeah.
when it's appropriate time.
And we do it on our own property. We
Yeah.
don't go other places to hunt. We know what they eat. I mean, because they live here, we're not getting something that somebody pumped up with steroids and hormones and things like that. And that's one reason, because we know it's good, clean meat for our family, which we try not to take no more than one a year.
Yeah.
And let the herd repopulate. We had took 2 in 1 year, but that's not long after we got here. They were way overpopulated, but we also have neighbors that take a lot of them out, and more than they should. We try to let them grow up and have a chance to get a nice rack. Not that we're hunting for horns, because we don't do that at all. You can't eat horns. I mean, it might be nice to hang on your wall, but we don't do it for that reason. We put meat in the freezer for the family. And I had do not disturb one. I don't know how that's happening.
So anyway, with the goats though, the goats become part of the family. They're very, very. When I'm leaving in the morning, they over there standing there like talking to me, crying and basically looking at you like, "Where are you going? Come pet me." So
Thanks, Bert, for hanging in there.
the goats become a real part of the family, and if anybody has goats, they can tell you that they really become lovable and adorable, and they're hard to sell, they're hard to get rid of. So I'm hoping that she can part with the kids when they get here, because she's like, "Oh, that one's cute. That one's cute." And I'll be like,
Well, I can say this: if they're boys, we definitely need to
"Oh yeah, we have too many
sell
bucks."
them or whatever, because we have 3 bucks and we don't need any more.
Oh,
2
yeah.
are brothers, and 1 is from
The rescue,
our rescue.
a little buck.
Which,
Yeah.
the 3 of them, Nana, Molly, and Little Buck.
Are
Molly and
rescues.
Little Buck are Nana's babies, and they were rescues. And I kind of talked about that in our video today. And once in the past, the gentleman was getting dementia, and he couldn't take care of them right anymore. I think his son had given them to him a while back, and his daughter had called me and asked me if we wanted to get the goats. So we went and got them, and we had to kind of chase them down and
Oh, yeah.
everything else, because they were not tame at all.
No.
So, but now, as you can see in the videos, they're a lot more
Well, Molly,
tame, because we spent a lot of time with them.
she's doing really good. Nana's starting to come to me a lot more, and little Buck, he comes to me. But I mean, you got to be careful around the bucks, because there's such times they get into the rut, the heat process, and they don't care who they knock over or what they do, or and if you get too close, they'll knock you over. And they're strong. I mean, they're pretty big, So it's just a process. But,
So, Penelope is what I was told was a Juliana pig, and that is my heart. That little girl is my
that
heart.
thing's spoiled rotten.
I love her so much. There's no.
And she would bring her inside too. That Julian pig would run around here, but I might know that thing's spoiled rotten. Everything's
We already
spoiled.
can't walk in here, and I'll have.
Everything's spoiled.
I had 3 mama cats in here at one time that were rescues, and they all came pregnant.
Yeah.
So we had 3 mamas and 3 kennels, and they are very territorial, especially when they have babies. So it was, like lots of fun trying to keep
Yeah.
them separated in the small space, but we did it.
Yeah, they was pretty crazy there for a while.
But I just kind of micromanaged them, keeping them away from each other and with their babies. And, it was fun whenever the kittens started coming out, because you had one that had 5, one that had 6, and one that had 4. And we had all these little kittens, so we had to be super careful how we even stepped, because there was a little kitten underfoot at all times.
all the time.
But
All the time.
it's fun.
Yeah,
You learn to live with it.
you
And it's
really
just
do.
part of the family, You don't
Well,
think about it.
even like when I drive away in the morning to go to work, you kind of look at them all, and they're looking at you, and like they know you, they know who you are. Everything on the farm knows that. Some people say it's because you feed them, but I think it's more than that. They know.
Oh yeah.
They know that you love on them. They know that you're there to take care of them. But all the sounds and everything that they produce on a farm, you get used to it, and they get used to you. And like I said, when that gate opens up in the morning, I'm driving out, they're screaming at me like, eh! And the chickens are all trying to fly over their fence to get to me. The dogs will start, they barking like, hey, where you going? The cats are all like trying to follow me down the driveway. And so, yeah, when you get to where we at, it's amazing how much they show you the love and they care about you. And in the evenings when you pull up, they all like stop what they're doing. They pick their head up and they're like,
Come running.
look,
it's
there
cute.
he is, and so they all want
Yes,
some
Miss
petting.
Jackie, he has become daddy to them. And we kept, I believe, 7 of the kittens.
Yeah.
Because they were kind of past their prime of when people want kittens. We got rid of a bunch of them to people that were excited and wanted to add cats to their home and their family. But, the ones that, once they reach a certain age, people are just like, not the kitty stage no more. So they just stay here.
But
We have 26 cats right now.
and everyone
They're all
has
outside.
yeah, everyone has a different personality too. I mean,
Yeah.
you can play at one, another one comes rub up on you, and you get a different personality. They all have a different personality. And they all serve a purpose on the farm. We don't have any bugs or what them little.
No snakes.
Yeah,
no
we don't
mice,
have those little things running
Yeah.
around.
No moles.
Yeah, they serve a purpose. They really do. And when you have chickens and stuff, you want a couple of barn cats. You really have to
Thank
have
you
a
for
couple
still
barn
being
cats.
here, Heather.
Yes, thank you, Heather. Appreciate that. So, the chickens, everything gets along too. It's like amazing. You can watch in our videos where they all in the same bowl. Chickens, ducks, rabbits, they're all in a big old bowl.
Big, everybody eats
Everybody's
together.
eating together, and you just stand there like, this is amazing that they do that, because most people are like, man, I can't believe that your dog's eating with a cat, the cat's eating with the dog. And so it is very, very interesting sometimes.
You can see it in the videos, Miss Jackie. When you watch the videos, you can see them eating together and things
Yes.
like that. I have people tell me all the time, because I'll get down on the ground with the animals. I don't care. I'll sit on my bottom with them and pet them and love them and play with them and I don't care if I get dirty, if I have in my hair, on my body, I could care less.
Miss Jackie.
I'll just,
We have plenty of videos up that you can go back and watch all the craziness.
yeah.
We have
Almost everyone you can see them eating together,
eating
and
together
things
or
like that.
and the goats. There's a few on there where the goats are getting pretty crazy, pretty wild with one another.
And the pigs, they are nuts. Like, I'm like, nope, you're not coming out today, because it's a chore getting them back in. Now, Dozer, if it's early in the morning or late in the evening, Dozer is our Anatolian Pyrenees, Great Pyrenees mix.
Yes.
And he herds them and he brings them back to where
Yes.
they need to be. But when he's hot and he's tired,
You don't
you
work.
can't get him to do anything.
You don't want to work.
The dogs, even though they breed them and they say they're for here, I don't think they're really a good
Well,
hot weather dog.
It's been really hot.
It has been.
I mean, it's like me on a shovel digging all day long.
Thank you, Miss Jackie.
You know, you lose your wind and stuff, and you're
Yeah.
like, you got to recover. You know, so when he's running,
But we can tell him, work,
oh
go
yeah,
get that piggy and bring him back.
Yeah.
And he'll get behind him and he'll push him back to the pen.
because when he was a little puppy, I was training him, and that was one word I used: let's work.
Since
And
he was little bitty,
I would say, let's work,
8 weeks old.
and he's now when I say let's work, he knows that either we're going to do a walk or a perimeter check, or we're going to go, and he knows it's work time. So most of the time he follows me, or he don't follow me. He loves to get in front of me, and I did not realize why he does that, but that's one of the Great Pyrenees. That's what they do. They get in front of you, and they protect you from coyotes or whatever. So that's something he does. He gets 10 or 12 feet in front of me, and then he'll walk in front of me back and forth. And I'm like, what is this dog doing? I did some research, and a lot of people say that, and they very, very, they love a farm. That's what they're bred for. They're bred to be in a farm and they'll run and take care of their animals. So.
And Michael with Waters Family Homestead, that's awesome. You got a rescue cat and a stray tomcat.
That is cool. Yeah.
It's cool. It's really nice to know, that people love animals and they take them in and give them a home and a family, because they're out there alone. I'm not one of these people that are considered tree huggers and all, but I love animals and I really respect them and really want to give them the best life possible. And that's one reason we've had to turn down rescues lately, is because we don't have the proper
it was
money or kennels or anything to take care of them. Oops, sorry, I bumped the table again. We don't have all these resources right now to take care of extra stuff. So when the Lord sees fit that he opens the windows and the doors for the finances or the material things that we need to do better for them, then we will. And we'll take in more and more and more. I want to get a building one day that we can actually take them in. And I would like to, we have a college that is about 8 miles from us here. And I would like to take and have maybe a vet student or two come over and help take care of medical things and things, like let them do their internship sort of here. And
Yes.
that's my dreams for the future.
Yes, Miss Jackie, you're correct. Once the word gets out, and that's why we're not trying to put the word out too much about rescue,
Because we get calls all the time on
yeah,
this
that's
every
why we
day.
just kind of like, whoa, everybody, just calm down, But yes, you're correct. If we did have more shelters and kennels, and I would like to build a big metal building too to to be able to house stuff in. But that's just got to work toward that.
You rescued your dog too, Michael. A little over a year ago, he was nothing but bones. I'm surprised he survived.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is awesome. That is awesome, Michael. Because just think, without you there, that little dog probably wouldn't have made it. Now he's happy. He brings you joy. You bring him joy. And him or her, I'm not sure what it is, but that's awesome. Thank you for taking them babies in.
Correct, Miss Jackie. Yep,
You're right.
correct.
You're right. And as much as I hate to say no, um, like I said, I'd hate to bring them here, get them used to us, and then us have to rehome them again because we couldn't afford to take care of them. And then they go through that same cycle like we do as people
Yeah.
of an emotional roller coaster.
Oh yeah, they have feelings. They get used to. They get used to you, and they have feelings.
You could see the sadness. Like
Yeah.
last two dogs that we took in, Ginger and Angel, they're sweet. They're not used to being on the farm, and they bark a lot and stuff. And you probably hear that in a lot of the videos.
She's
But
a yiper.
the guy was a friend, and he moved he was our neighbor here. He moved and is engaged now, and the house they live in and the neighborhood they live in, they can't really have animals, I think, because HOA or something. I don't know. And they're going to be traveling and things like that. And he said, I know they'd be at a good home if y'all would take them, or if you know somebody that would be good for them. And I thought about it. I prayed about it. I talked to Mark about it, and I said, they're used to this neighborhood. They're used to being around here. You know what I mean? They're used to hearing our dogs bark right through the woods. They just comfortable here. So we prayed about it, and it was like, okay, we'll take them. And that made him feel really good, and he's a good guy, and he still visits them sometimes and sends things to us for the animals, and it's really nice. It's really nice. That's what I call a responsible pet owner, that don't just dump your animal off somewhere, that you actually take care of, knowing where they're going and that they're going to be okay. And it's sad when people just drop animals off places, because the poor little animals, like, what did I do?
Well, like the 2 pigs.
Why did I get thrown away?
Right up the road?
Oh, yeah.
Guy pulls up, and he's dropping 2 pigs off.
Potbelly pigs.
2 potbelly pigs out the back of his truck, and me and another neighbor's like, dude, you can't do that.
Mark tried to get them.
Yeah, I tried to catch them. They took off. They was gone. They was fast. So
just dropped them off.
I never seen them
we're
again.
In a wooded area.
Hopefully somebody, I don't know, they maybe went to somebody else's house, but he was like, he wasn't being nice about it, and we was just like, man, you can't do that. They ain't fair to us. What we supposed to do with them?
And I mean, I feel bad, right, knowing that they were out there hungry in the woods. I'm sure they found stuff. We're in a real wooded area, but
they might be mixing up the wild hogs for all we know.
Yeah.
But
it's just sad because people drop cats off in front of our house and animals all the time. And we rehome some of them. Have a sister that's really good about, when she knows somebody has something that needs a home, she's a hairdresser. She'll blast it out there and try to find homes for them and stuff, because she knows too we can't right now take anymore. So she's real good at trying to help people.
She was trying to send another pig over here last week. I was like, no way.
No, that was the other sister.
Oh.
There was another potbelly pig that needed a place to go, and thank God my sister worked it out with the lady that she could babysit, because the lady had to go back to her country, I think Vietnam or something, I'm not sure.
Yeah, something like that.
But she didn't know what to do with the animals. She had somebody sick in the family, and she had to go home. So she was like trying to find a good home for the pig, because she didn't think anybody would babysit it, and then she'd get it back. So my sister agreed to take care of it for however long she was gone, and the lady would give her, the money for the food and all that stuff, and then she'll get her pig back when she's able to come back home.
3 months past, due for a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to get mine trimmed again too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a retired hairdresser as well. My stepmother was a hairdresser, so we grew up from a very young age doing hair, my sisters and I. So there were 4 girls, and 3 of us are hairdressers. I'm retired because I have lung problems and things. I had double pneumonia 15 years ago and got septic and was on vent on life support for 42 days. And I almost didn't make it out the hospital. So I just have to be careful now with chemicals and even the little hair that is cut off. Have to worry about those little follicles going in my lungs and things like that. So I have stepped away from doing that full time. I still do it for friends and family. And of course, Mark here, we got to do it pretty often for because he likes it real short. It's way long right now for him.
Yeah. I need to get it trimmed again.
So I'd cut your hair for you, Michael, if you were nearby. But I really am so grateful, guys, that y'all have hung in here. If y'all can, let's just go another 5 minutes at least and get our 2 hours in for sure. And I'm so thankful.
Well, you've been on here for a while, huh?
That y'all are hanging in there with me. It matters, as y'all know. And I will do the same for y'all. Miss Jackie, since you don't have a channel, I can't do that for you, but I can definitely be in prayer for you and see you at Miss Rita's sometimes. You just seem like you're such a precious, sweet soul. Now, thank you so much for showing up here this evening.
Yes,
That's awesome.
Thank everyone in the chat.
Absolutely.
Yes. Prayer is important.
Yep.
Prayer is important.
Absolutely.
I was just ministered to a guy at work today, and
Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Jackie. I bet you are. I'll definitely be in prayer for that. But God's going to get you through this. He will. And it's only a matter of time. We'll all get to go and be with our loved ones one day. There's a reason you're still here. And that's to keep me going in the chat. Aw, Rita is therapy. She's so sweet. Her little voice, the way she talks is just so
which one
sweet.
is Miss Rita?
Rita's Roost. I don't know if she
okay.
had left by the time you come in or what, but yeah, she's a sweetheart. You've heard me listening to her before. She is so sweet. But Mark doesn't know Bert Window because he's not in the chats all the time like I am, because he is just kind of
I've been working
winding down after a day.
Yeah.
But Bert Window is a buddy that I see all the time in other chats, and we always say hi to each other.
Awesome.
And he was very supportive as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I gratefully
Yes, we're grateful.
appreciate that. Heather, are you still in here? Heather is awesome. We see each other in a lot of chats as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Miss Jack, y'all love her voice. Yep. Heather's still here.
Heather.
Thank you, Miss Heather, for still hanging in there with us. We're so thankful. And Heather, I'm just going to blast it out there. You can say no if you want, but when I do get StreamYard, do you want to be a moderator for me? Because I feel like I know you, even though I don't know you personally. I feel like we have some kind of soul connection or something. But don't be afraid to say no if you don't feel like doing that. We're going to try to do Tuesdays, between 5, 6, 7 o'clock, somewhere in that neighborhood.
You might want to make it a little bit later. So
Thank you. Thank you so much, Heather. That's awesome.
Thank you, Heather. We appreciate that.
I just feel like you're somebody I could trust. Not that I can't anybody in here. It's just I've watched Heather for a while, and I just feel like I know her for some reason.
What do you think is a good time that way?
Hopefully Tuesdays, around 5.
All right.
That'll be our normal time, or
bump it up a little bit, because
maybe 6.
I have an hour and a half drive home. So.
I know, but what would be better for you, Heather? 5 or 6 o'clock to start in the evening time on Tuesdays. So I'm trying not to step on other people's toes that I really like to see in other people's lives. I know we're going to step on somebody's toes, unfortunately, but I'm trying not to, as much as possible, respect other people's time slot. So I know Mark can't be here right at 5 all the time, and maybe not even at 6 all the time. So we'll just have to play it by ear. But as long as I know I got somebody in here that can help me, I can go with it. So what would work better, Heather? And if you know I'm stepping on somebody's toes, that somebody else has a live stream during this time, that it's somebody that we've both been in their chat, let me know, because I definitely don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But like I said, I know some of them we will, but ones that's been very helpful to me, I don't want to do that to. And I don't think I am, but I don't really know. You're welcome, Miss Jackie, and we'll put you in our prayers every single morning and night. And I know it's a new chapter in your life, and a very difficult chapter, and you're going to have to learn how to do things differently now. But it'll work out. You'll be okay, and just keep going to Miss Rita's live and come here when we're live. We're going to try to do this every Tuesday. But yeah, the chats do help, and you get support, and I've noticed that as well. When you can have somebody to talk to, it's very nice. So yes, Miss Jackie, you always welcome here. Always welcome here. And our email is One Day at a Time Farmstead 7177. I don't know if Heather, if there's any way you can type that in for me, possibly. Good deal, Bert. That's awesome.
Thanks, Bert. Appreciate it.
Alien Bert's big eyes are wide open. Good deal.
Yeah.
But it's One Day at a Time, 7177 at gmail.com. Hello, Tamara and David with Heartland Headquarters with Dinkin.
Hi, guys.
We're so glad y'all are here.
Yeah.
How awesome. I'm so glad y'all are here. We was fixing to cut out, but if y'all want to hang out a little while longer, I'm good with that. I don't want to mess up anybody's time. Or you're good to hang out a little while longer? I know you're probably hungry.
Yeah. I cannot lie.
But well, we'll stay another 15 minutes. That work? Will that work?
I guess.
Okay. All right. We'll stay 15 minutes since David and Tamara came in with us. Who is it here with us right now? Is it Tamara or David or both? It's so good to see y'all too. They're like always right there. I love them so much. Good deal, Tamara. I absolutely love Heartland HQ with Dink and Tank. They do little videos, little squirrels, sometimes little personal videos. They do Shadow, the neighborhood cat. They have beautiful sunflowers. Check them out, guys. I mean, they're very loyal. I see them in a lot of chats. They're super loyal, and they're wonderful people. Well, tell old Dink we said hi. Hey, Christine. Yay. Miss Gillum Farms. So glad you're here. Excited to see you. This is awesome. We came on a little early, about 4:45, I guess. This is take 3. This is our first time ever doing a live. Mark wasn't here. And I was having a good old time trying to figure everything out and laughing at myself. And um, Sherman Family Farms, Josh was here since the very beginning, and he was helping me out. And I thank God, because I was like a fish out of water. Didn't know what to say or what to do. It just helped me to start talking and feeling better. Having somebody that I knew from other chats being in here. Oh, you're not late, Christine. You were just right on time. Um, I know Mark is a little hungry, and you want to talk, and I'll fix you something real
No,
quick?
I'm good.
Okay.
Good.
Yep. We're so glad you're here, Christine. And Christine's husband, Johnny, has Gillum Farms. So please check out Gillum Farms and Christine Miss
Love-
Gillum Farms
Love
too.
the videos, yes.
And yeah, we was watching the camper video last night and the snake encounter
Yeah.
with
Wow.
your husband last night, Christine, and the night before. I was like, that was super duper close. That was way too close for comfort where that snake was. So everybody that's still in here, please don't forget to hit that like, that thumbs up for us.
Yes, please. Appreciate it.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
that thing was huge. Make your hair stand up in the back of your head for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, thank you, God, for protecting him, because, I mean, you get to watching everybody, you know, and you start feeling like family.
Oh yeah.
Like everybody says, family. We're friend family.
Yes.
So you're rooting each other on. You're all excited about seeing what everybody's doing. And Christine, I'm calling you out right now, sister. Make some more videos. I like your content. You got some beautiful stuff. You got this, girl. Make some more videos for us so we can support your channel and it can grow too. And you know, if you haven't checked out Heartland HQ with Dink and Tank, do that as well, guys. Like I said, Christine Miss Gillum Farms and her husband Gillum Farms. Check them out. Check out Heather Landscrum. Check out Burt Window. Miss Jackie doesn't have a channel, but Miss Jackie, that might be something really good for you to look
I
into.
think she went out. I think she said she was going to Rita's. She said,
Oh, Miss Rita's on. Okay, I didn't see that. Miss Jackie is a widower. She just told us, and just keep her in your prayers, guys. She's over at Miss Rita's Roost right now. I think she went over there to that chat. Maybe we can encourage her to get a little channel going too, because she finds comfort in hanging out in the chats and being up on the panel. I seen with Miss Rita today on Rita's Roost, or last night.
yes.
We just need to support her because she's lonely and heartbroken right now. Just keep her in your prayers, guys. And that's Miss Jackie. That was in our chat earlier. Let's see. Is Michael at Waters Family Homestead in here? If y'all have not checked out his channel, please do. And look in the chat how to spell it, because it took me a little while to get it. Once I get StreamYard, I'll be able to have, you know, the bots or whatever you want to call them post the links for me. But right now I don't have that capability. And then not sure, I think Tiger 454, I don't remember if she said she was going out. I think she did, because she was going to cook for a family. Check her out. It's TYGER 454. Check her channel out as well. And if you will, guys, just kind of scroll through the chat. CNC Farms. um, see who was in the chat. If you're not used to this, look in the chat. I like to write everybody down because if I can't subscribe right then and there, I'll go back sometimes a day or two later, even if I'm real busy, and I'll check it off that I've went and looked at their videos and subscribed to them. Because guys, we really need to help each other out.
Yes.
It's a wonderful community. I love the way everybody helps everybody. So just kind of scroll through the chat and see who's here. And Tiffany from Mud and Mascara's here. What's up? So glad you're here, Tiff.
Hi, Tiffany.
Mark don't know you like I know you from videos and stuff, but
I've watched him before.
I know you have. I'm just saying you don't know them like I do. I feel like I know y'all. And then Cindy, Squirrel Off Grid.
Flock together, right?
That's right. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
As well. This is so awesome, guys. I'm so glad y'all have joined us. Mark had worked late. He came in and he might be better at reading this chat sometimes than I do because I got a strain to look at it. So if I miss somebody, please forgive me. I don't mean to.
I wear glasses too.
Yeah, but yours are much better than these.
Oh, man.
Miss Christine said hi, Mark.
Hi, Christine.
Cindy Squirrel Off Grid. We're glad you're here as well.
Yes.
We were talking earlier about rescues and stuff like that and all the animals that we take in and that we've had to kind of turn people down here lately, unfortunately, because we don't have the means to the cages, the food, nothing to take care of them. The food costs has went up so much. It's unbelievable. Tiffany at Mud and Mascara Homestead, how are your little baby chicks doing? I know you had babies. I haven't had a chance to go watch a whole lot lately to see how them babies are. And then if I don't respond or Mark doesn't respond right away, our chat is lagging really bad because we have really bad internet service here. Where they just started hooking up the fiber optic lines out here, so maybe we can
They were so cute.
get tied into that. So
Good.
Cute and still doing very well.
Awesome.
Need update out. Okay. How many of them did you have, Tiff? And if anybody in here, which I'm pretty sure this audience has been in Muddin' for Nothing and Not for Nothing Homestead, Muddin' for Nothing and which Not for Nothing Homestead and Mud Mascara combined. So Tiffany and Ginger combined, and they are some chicks, characters. Let me tell you, they make me 8 chicks. Good,
awesome,
good deal. They are characters. If you haven't seen them on Thursday nights, get in there and go watch them. They are a hoot.
Yeah.
I laughed my head off watching them too.
Remember last time we ordered chickens, you got aggravated. I ordered, what, 2 dozen of them? Remember last time?
Yeah.
It was more
Yeah.
than that.
Here, Mark orders chickens. I'm like, we have a ton of chickens. We can let mamas have babies. And he decides it's part of the chicken math. If you know what the chicken math is, you never get enough
Yeah,
chickens.
you can't have enough chickens.
So we had probably 20, 30 bigger chickens and maybe 10, 15 teenage chickens. And he decides he wants 25 more little babies. So we ordered them from Murray McMurray.
And they're doing good.
And they're all out there.
Yeah.
We have a neighbor that we had ordered a few for
Oh, he's working on it.
Is building a coop
He's working
that
on
we
it.
trying to help him out to get him some little chickens going. Neighbor and friend. And matter of fact, Mark goes down to his place to go fishing. If
Yes.
y'all look for those videos, it's the most beautiful, wonderful place. He's got 2 big old ponds or lakes, as they call them,
Yes.
on their property. It's just absolutely
Right.
gorgeous. So
We caught
they let
a,
us fish, so we're giving them chickens for letting
He
them.
caught a big blue cat. I think the cat. We weighed it. It was 9 pounds 6 ounces. That was.
Yeah, we do. Christine, we do like the hatchery. We order from Murray McMurray,
Yes.
and they're very good. The birds are clean. Hello, Ginger from Not for Nothing Homestead.
Hi, Ginger.
So glad you're here. But we do like them. The birds usually get here when they say they do. If it's a problem, it's usually with the mail carrier and not the place themselves. But if any of your chickens die in the move from there to here,
Oh, they help you out.
they'll give you a credit and replace them the next time you order chickens. This time we ordered just brown layers because we couldn't get everything that we wanted. So we just was like, well, let's just get some brown layers. So they lay the brown eggs, and we have no idea what we have out there. They're at the teenage stage right now where their feathers are funky.
About 50, 60 chickens now?
At least.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm going to say 60 chickens running around.
Yeah. So they in that funky stage of being teenagers. So they're all hens. We didn't order any roosters. So if there's roosters out
We
there,
have a dozen roosters.
they're going to give us credit.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a little too many roosters. But
Yeah.
it's hard when you hatch them and you watch them grow up to rehome them. We have rehomed a few roosters through the years, but
We just let them run around, eat bugs.
yeah, we leave the roosters out together and they
Just run around.
run.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as there's not females mixed with them, the roosters usually get along pretty good. So it's when you introduce that female into the mix, that's when you have problems, because then they start fighting and all this good stuff. So most of the time they get along.
It's like I said about the goats, the bucks. They get to a point where they, in their process,
Yeah.
they start fighting too. They headbutt, and so yeah, they get pretty crazy out there.
Now, Tiffany, I know that you kind of was watching with Boss, our rooster that got mauled by the fox, and watched his progress and was asking how he was doing and stuff. He's doing wonderful, and I'm probably going to try this weekend to let him get out with the rest of the flock and see how he's doing.
We have some freezer camps sometimes.
We have had ordered meat birds before. We have, but they were specifically for that. We didn't befriend them.
Oh, I did. I mean,
well, I didn't. I would just open it real quick, put their food and water in there, and shut it back. I didn't want no part of it. Now, as far as the taking them out, Mark put them in the cone and all that stuff. I said, call me when it's time to just pull the feathers and they have no head, all that good stuff. I don't. I mean, I do what I have to do to survive, and I would do that if I had to survive, but it's not something I like to do.
Or you can always go to Walmart and just buy chicken.
Oh, yeah, Ginger, I said the same thing. I told Mark last night, I said, Christine is thanking the good Lord above that snake did not get Johnny, because that was a huge one.
That's scary.
Yeah. And if you haven't seen the videos with Boss, guys, go back and look. I do have one, if you don't want to watch through all of them, that kind of shows you from start to finish his progress and how bad he was and how good he got.
Oh, yeah.
But thank you, Tiffany, for, even talking about my baby. Hey, Seven Ken Homestead. So glad you're here.
Seven Ken, how you doing? Good to see you.
Welcome, welcome. This is, I was laughing at myself.
Rooster. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good odds.
With her chicks. Oh, good. Good deal.
That's pretty good odds.
Absolutely. That is good odds. Really good odds.
Last time we let a hen sit, she had nothing but roosters.
Yeah.
It was like, man.
It's like, this is not what we wanted. It is very rare for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, guardian angels.
What I like to say, Christine, is that we have wild angels watching over us. If their wings could fly fast enough to keep up with all the crazy stuff we get ourselves into sometimes. um, I was laughing at myself earlier, guys, because I had no clue how to do this live. I had everything set up. I thought, I'm ready to go. But as you know, ones that's done the lives, that you think you're ready to go until you start pressing buttons and you start seeing, what do I got to do here? What do I say here? And then you're trying to figure it out and you press buttons and it's like, of course it's kid friendly. Is that like when you post a video? What's going on here? So this is take 3. The first 2 just didn't work out. So I was kind of laughing at myself, and thank God that Josh from Sherman Family Farms came in right when I started, and he was walking me and talking me through it, because I was having a blast laughing at myself like stupid, you don't have a clue. And Mark wasn't here, and I'm like trying to read the chat. Thank God it was only him in there at the time, because I wouldn't have been able to keep up.
I'm not good at computers anyway. I mean,
yeah, but you good at reading chat and stuff.
I mean, yeah, I can
we
read
just
pretty
kind of,
good,
bounce off of each other.
I'm
what
better
you
out
can
there
do.
plumbing and painting and doing coffee work.
Yeah, but
a computer.
It's a lot easier for him to talk to the camera than me. I just started putting myself out there.
They're not aliens.
No, but I just started. Well, Bert is.
Well,
Bert
yeah, Bert.
identified as an alien. But you just, I had to put myself out there. D from Homestead in the Woods with D is was tremendous help to me, because I was a nervous wreck. I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to start this. I don't like being on camera. I don't,
aliens.
I would talk behind the camera instead of ever putting myself in front of it. And I just had to break that, because I knew if I didn't get comfortable doing that, I could never do a live. So I had to make myself jump in here so I could do the live. Thank you, Christine. That's so sweet.
Thank you.
If you go back and you watch the beginning of the live stream, you'll probably laugh too and say she's like a duck out of water.
Well, even when we started making videos at first, I had the camera backwards, sideways. I had the camera sometimes I would drop it, it would fall off the stand, and it's like, well, it's all real. So I would just pick the camera up and say, okay, folks, I just whatever. The goats knocked the tripod over sometimes. Just stuff you can just go with it. And that's what I told her. We're gonna just go with it.
That's funny, Christine, because I'm the exact opposite. I know Tiffany as well. I laugh and I sympathize with her, because even though you're a natural, Tiffany, you are such a natural on video and on lives and stuff. I think there is no way she's shy about any of this, but you do a fantastic job. I know I get anxietied out too, girl.
Thank you.
It's so much fun.
Not me. Cool. Cool.
Thank y'all so much, Heartland HQ.
Thank you.
Dink and Tank, which is Tamara and David. We love them.
She likes the part the camera falls over.
Yeah.
It is kind of funny.
It is funny, because and I don't try to edit that stuff out, because it is what it is. We're just doing our thing, what I'm saying?
This is our life, one day at a time, and
and the animals is what makes it fun.
Nothing perfect out here, that's for sure. You can't tell a goat, don't go headbutt the camera.
Oh, thank you, Christine.
Because they're going to do it.
That chicken sandwich is really good. You have to try it. Now, Mark is not, in the past, he's like, I don't want all that cranberries and grapes and blah, blah, blah in there. So, I made him try it again. I was like, come on, just do it. Just try it. So he tried it the other night, and he was like, yeah, this is good. It really is. It's a really good, cool sandwich for the summertime and stuff too. instead of having hot meals and stuff. It's too hot for all that.
Yeah.
So I like to try to make a better version. Heather, thank you so much. You are awesome. You are awesome. Um, I really like this community, guys. I don't like it. I love it. And I was telling my husband that. I said, I've never felt so comfortable in my life. I've run, managed, and owned all kind of businesses and uh, restaurant and things like that, and had customers. But I feel more comfortable in this community than I ever had in any other setting. I mean, I loved my customers, no matter whether I was doing hair or, you know, restaurant, but this is just a wonderful community. I love the way everybody tries to help everybody and support everybody. It's really a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing.
Well, life is kind of like this. You never meet a stranger, and you never know who you're entertaining. So,
Yep, Tamara. I'm sorry I didn't mean
Okay.
to interrupt, but before I forget, I already asked her if she would be a moderator, and she said yes. I'm so excited. I mean, I can't do it now because I don't have the StreamYard, but I'm going to get it. So thanks for the suggestion, though. Yep, 7 Ken Homestead. They are great people.
great people. Yeah, great people.
Yep.
That's what I said earlier. My grandma used to tell me birds of a feather flock together, and I always think about that because like-minded people, we all have the same dreams, and we all want the same thing out of life. We just want to be free and raise some chickens and goats and piggies, and videotape the crazy things they do and entertain people.
Yeah.
Make people happy. I mean, that's our goal in life is being happy.
Yep. And if you have not, guys, watch Not for Nothing Homestead, Mud and Mascara, please get over there and watch them. And then they have Not for Nothing Homestead is Ginger, and Mud Mascara is Tiffany. And they have, they always say Ting Boom, with Ginger and Tiffany merged together and made Muddin' for Nothing. Those two girls are hilarious. I mean, Thursday night, I look forward to watching them because I just get a kick out of them. And I know everybody else does. It's really a hoot watching them. So, what time are y'all on again, Tiffany or Ginger, on Thursday nights? Yeah, we come in
We
peace.
come in peace.
Till you suck our brains
Yeah.
out, Bert. No. Oh,
Come in peace.
oh wow. The girls are, you see, they're in the chat and they're watching a deer right now. Tiffany and Ginger are watching a deer. They telling each other where the deer is right now.
12 o'clock.
I laugh because I see it in their videos. Are y'all waiting to harvest him?
No, that's their pet. That ain't,
That ain't their pet. No, it's not their pet. And Tiffany, how you doing on that 4-wheel driving, girl?
He said, yep.
Look, you see what's on their mind? That deer is still on their mind. That's all they worried about
Yes,
right now. Yep. Yep, that is definitely. We had deer night before last. I pulled some out the freezer and we made fried deer backstrap. Now y'all making us jealous talking about these big old deer. We have to put our cameras back out. We kind of pull them because the heat's been horrible and it just fries the battery and
Yeah,
the
the
electronics
batteries
in
have
them.
been going dead, and the cameras, they quit working because of heat, so I turned them all off and turned them in.
You'll get that down pat, Tiffany. You'll get that down pat and you're going to do fine. And the good thing is Ginger is a wonderful teacher. She's got a lot of patience. So, guys, we really can't thank y'all enough for jumping in here and supporting us. Y'all are truthfully awesome. I mean, we can't thank y'all enough
Yes.
for
really.
supporting us. Would this be a good time for us to do our lives? We're trying not to step on other people's toes. Do Tuesdays, say 5, 6, 7, somewhere in that neighborhood. Um, I'm just trying not to. I wouldn't dare mess with Thursday nights because I wouldn't be anywhere else on a Thursday night but watching the Thursday night lineup.
3-4 times a week. Wow.
Wow.
Can't beat that deer meat.
Nope, we're going to head to your house, Christine. Love that deer meat. And the problem is when we have some in the freezer and we cook, we have to take out much larger portions because I have Mark and then a 14-year-old Dallas, our grandson that we raise, and they love them some deer meat. So I have to cook a lot when I cook.
It's coming back around.
I love not Wednesday. Let's see. Or Thursday. Right. That's why I was thinking. I was trying to check in on a lot of different lives and stuff and see where it would fall the best, where I didn't step on anybody else's toes, but where I might actually get some people.
We're going to
in
do
here?
one night a week.
So we're going to do Tuesday nights.
Yes.
We're just going to say Tuesday nights, guys, at we'll try to start at 5. If not
Yes,
6
we do.
o'clock, we'll go with that.
We do eat venison. Yes.
Oh, yes, we definitely do.
Yes.
Even though we have farm animals and we love them, like I was saying earlier, we don't look them deer in the face every day. These animals on this farm, we look in the face and we feed them and stuff. Yes, we've had meat chickens and we've harvest those and put them in freezer camp, but we, the ones that are out here now are mainly just egg layers for us because we like to share our eggs. A lot of people say, why don't you charge for the eggs and recapture your food costs? But God blessed us with them, so we bless other people. And they love the fresh eggs, and especially with the cost of eggs right now. So we've been trying to bless other people.
But I do go deer hunting. I usually bring 1 or 2 a year in, and I do like going to hunt wild hogs and try to get one of them. So yes, we do like the great outdoors and what it has to offer. Fresh meat and some very tasty morsels. So yes.
And I know a lot of people are like, they see us with the farm animals and they're like,
well, it's different,
it's a cardinal sin if you have animals and you're raising them and loving them and you're hunting too. I've got people to say, how can you kill Bambi? I don't look at it that way. I look at it as meat for my family. And
don't God tell us we have dominion over all that?
Yep. But I mean, the ones we have on the farm here, though, are not for that purpose. I mean, yes, we get eggs from the chickens, but these are mostly our pets.
And I love to eat catfish. I love going to catch catfish. Which we caught one. It was 9 pounds, 6 ounces, and I tell you what, we cubed it up, and it was good. So I got to get back out there and catch some more catfish.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
Guys, we got to do what we got to do nowadays to take some of the burden off of our grocery bill. Penelope is great, Tiffany. She is wonderful. She's rotten to the core.
Spoiled. That's
my fault. I love her. I lay on the ground with her and I play with her and kiss her, and she's my favorite little thing in this world.
I agree with Miss Christine. I agree.
Yep.
Yep. Freezer camp.
Yep.
I agree.
And then, like this year, we did not do a garden like we normally do because last year it cost us so much money too. for the water bill
Yeah.
because even though we live way out in the country, believe it or not, they have city water
Yeah, well, not city,
linked to
co-op,
us.
whatever you
Well,
want to call
it's
it.
still
But
it's coming from a
we're
big
gonna
water tower.
we gotta drill well. We need to really drill well. So
Thank you. She is a cutie.
as the finances get better, we'll drill well.
Yep, I was telling them we tried earlier. I keep bumping this. I'm sorry. I got to wiggle around a lot because I have back problems, so it's hard for me to sit in one place for long. But what was I saying? I'm sorry. Alzheimer's,
You
part
said
timers, and
something about we
sometimers
tried
kicked in.
something.
All right, it then flew over the coop, guys.
I've been in heat all day, so I'm trying to process.
You've been in heat all day, no?
Yeah, I mean, worked all day.
Like the goats? No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
You know what I mean? It's hot out there.
Yeah, no, I'm just
It
picking.
fries. It starts frying your thought process after 12 hours.
Yeah, and raising kids and having all these animals and being married to you fries my thought process too.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
I thought I was.
We like to have a good time messing with each
I thought
other.
I was a golden ticket.
Golden ticket.
Yeah.
Well, can I cash in? No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. A garden. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Tiffany. I meant Ginger. Thank you so much for reminding me. We did not do the garden this year because the water is outrageously expensive. It's 20 cents a gallon here. So we have to be very careful. We have automatic waterers on our
On everything, really.
most of our animals. We have done the water catchment thing, especially when we were gardening. We would actually dip out of our little ponds that we've created, and we made a hole in the back, and we dip out of that and put water in buckets and barrels, and we would catch rainwater coming off the shed and stuff like that. But the sad thing is we just
Bye, Heartland.
can't do everything. Bye, Tamara. Thank you so much for being here. Two before. Bert says, I raised chickens too before, but not anymore. My parents accused me of electricity bills. Yeah, that's so sad. That is so sad. I mean, the joys of incubating them little eggs and watching them hatch. They could have dealt with it just for a little while, Bert.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, it is that high. It's. But we're gonna put a 4-inch well in with a I think we got to go to about 200 feet. So
and we did try to dig and we hit water, but the drill bit thing, what was it called?
Well, we was jetting a well down with a 2-inch trash pump, and it was working pretty good, but
It broke.
yeah,
The tip broke off.
the tip
of it.
broke off in the hole and got stuck in the hole, and it was a
But
process.
we have
so.
several different layers of mud up here, dirt. We have red clay. We have a real weird gray clay. We have a sandy clay. We just a series. I've never seen on one piece of property so many different varieties of dirt. So we got to be very mindful of where we plant too if we don't do it in raised beds. I do have some spices and stuff growing in some raised beds that Mark and I made. Yeah, Christine, that is a concern sometimes, but let's just pray that that never happens. Just trying to read the chat, guys.
Ken and a truck. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How crazy, huh? I mean, everything's getting so ridiculous. You can't even afford to live anymore, and that's what they want. And y'all know who I'm talking about when I say they. That's what they want, is to make it where we can't live. So it's a good thing that we have these skills, most of us, to, make gardens and create a food source for ourselves from the seeds that God gives us. And if we go back to the ways that God gave us from the beginning, we would be okay. But we've gotten lazy as a people, for one. And on a whole, we've gotten lazy as a people and started convenience was more important than anything. And they wanted all of us dependent on that quick fix, instant everything. We live in a microwave society. So the House passed impeachment today, I think. Oh, really? That would be awesome.
Interesting.
I want to check into that. I don't watch the news much or anything because I don't want to stay depressed. Mark tells me what's happening with most of it, but I used to watch the news and I'm like, I'm not going to be depressed anymore. So I pray and I'm like, God, whatever happens, happens. I'm right here and it is what it is. So we're just going to go with that. I know it's getting darker in here. Can y'all still see us okay?
I think they can see us.
Not that I want anybody seeing me.
Yep, God's in control, that's for sure.
He definitely
We
is.
know how it ends. That's right.
And that's one thing, like, I had to remind Mark too, whenever we work for ourselves and we have a business doing construction, remodeling, drywall repair, hot water pressure washing. But that work is kind of slowed up right now. People just can't afford it. And so he's went and took a job with his sister and brother-in-law doing plumbing again. He went to plumbing school for 5 years. It's just not the industry he wanted to be in all the time. We like working for ourselves. But with things going in the direction they are, he is doing what he's got to do to make sure that we're okay. Yes,
We're in a camper.
Ginger, we are in a camper. We had purchased a camper a few years back and turned it into a tiny home. We stripped everything out of it. We put I told Mark, I said, if we're going to move in here, there's 3 things I want if we're going to live in a camper for a while. First, let me say this. Dallas, our grandson that we're raising, he's 14 years old. His mom was going to get custody back of him, we thought. He was going to go back with her. So when we decided we were going to live in a camper, Dallas was supposed to be going with mom, and we've had him since birth. So we said, okay, this will be a new chapter in our life. Well, that didn't work out. So Dallas is still with us, and we're happy he is. God didn't made it where he belongs with us. So he's going to continue here. But I told Mark, I said, I want 3 things if we're going to live in a camper. I want a full-size kitchen sink, a full-size tub, and a real toilet. And we have all those things in here. So it's not like a tiny camper living space. I have a lot of stuff crammed in here. A lot of stuff. One day I'll give y'all a little tour.
And let me just say, I'm not just plumbing. I'm actually running a vacuum truck that sucks out septic tanks. And we're doing a lot of septic tank repair and stuff right now. So thank God I have the skills for that. And I know how to run the truck because I needed a job and my brother-in-law needed somebody to come run the truck because it's hard to find good workers right now. So it's working out for him. It's working out for me. I'm happy. He's happy. So what a blessing, right? So it's all good.
7 Ken Homestead, what is your first name, if you don't mind me asking? And you're 100% correct that modern life is surprisingly close to the way ranchers run cattle. You're 100% correct.
Yeah.
That's how they treat us, is like we're animals, that they can put tags on our ears and take us out. You want to turn on that other light real quick?
Oh, sure.
Because I know it just got dimmer in here. Yeah. It's sad that we have to feel that way, but you kind of feel like we're those Hebrew slaves in Egypt waiting for God to deliver us and waiting to cross that Red Sea.
Oh, yeah.
That when's Moses coming to get us? You're Jason, and your wife's name is Carrie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm gonna try to write that down. I'm trying to get to know everybody on a first name basis. That way, when I see you in other people's chats as well, I can say hi to you. By your first name. But I would shout out your channel as well. So, right now, guys, we know we don't have the capability to do the StreamYard. We're going to get that, but I want it to be where we can drop, your channel name and all that in the chat. Write it down. You can call me Ellen.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I will put that down,
alien.
Bert Window.
We'll call
He
Bert
is Alien.
Alien.
But when I get the StreamYard, or if y'all have any other suggestions for a better live stream platform, let me know. I like being able to, type a word in there and somebody's link getting dropped, because I love the community that we can look each other up and follow each other. Because it's important that we do that, because I don't think that YouTube or anybody else is going to give us breaks in life. And if we're going to have these breaks, we got to help each other out and take those breaks and try to get to the top of the food chain somehow. Yep. Tiffany, you're correct. I feel that way too. And
I gotta check the dogs.
okay, dogs are barking. So I'm going to go out of my comfort zone, and I'm going to tell y'all a poem that I wrote in 1999. I used to submit poetry to the Library of Poetry, and they asked me to write something for the turn of the century to tell, like, if my kids or grandkids was reading it years from now, what would they think? What could I communicate in the future to what was going on or what might be going on in the future? So I called it Technology's Evolution. And it goes like this. What will be the conclusion to this mass confusion? Will it be the evolving technology of a machine anatomy that will cure AIDS and cancer? You already know the answer. In laboratories all around, the cure has already been found. But when will we get this cure? How many must suffer? How many more? After enough of us have been cleared from existence, that's when technology's evolution will march in with such persistence. Cloning, deboning, replacing human parts. What are we then? Machines without hearts? Have you chosen to be frozen with a computer chip implanted in your brain? Are you insane? Do not sell your soul in this deal, because you'll no longer be real. Do you believe in God and paradise? Do you believe that parts of human brains are being grown in mice? Don't let them abduct you and then discard you when you no longer have a use. Technology's evolution is a theory subject to human abuse. If you let them teach you all that they know, you'll soon be part of the mechanics in some freak show. Let God be the one and only true thing that we know. And guys, I did not write that. God gave that to me. I was like, what do I write? What do I say? And it's like, it's happening. Everything that God gave me in that poem is happening. And it's so right on. So, well, thank y'all so much. But that's how I felt. I prayed and I was like, I want the kids to know, because how will they know unless we tell them? I mean, and I didn't know all these things would be happening, but God sure did. So God is good all the time, Christine.
Yes.
He definitely is. Thank you so much, Jason. I had to look down at my notes. And Carrie. Thank y'all so much for saying that, and all the time. Yes, he is. And all the time. Waters Family Homestead. He is good all the time. Michael. But we've got to take care of each other, guys. It's all we got is each other right now in these hard times. And if we don't love on each other and support each other, we're not going to make it through. And I laugh and I like when I watch Tiffany and Ginger on Muddin' for Nothing, you know, I look at them and like these girls are helping each other out, and you know, God put them in each other's life for a reason, and our lives for a reason. They make us laugh, and you know, all the other ones that have their little live stream and stuff. Everybody has something to contribute. Everybody has something to give that somebody else needs, and I don't want to ever undercut that. Knowing that we all have something to contribute that somebody else needs, like Miss Jackie that was in here earlier. She is a widower recently, and we just found that out through the chat. I found her through Miss Rita's Roost, and she's just brokenhearted and needing somebody, so she's jumping in chats because it makes her feel comfortable, knowing that she's got people out there that she can talk to. Yes, and Joey is Joe Fix It For You, and he is a good guy. I see him in a lot of the chats. That's Ginger's husband on Not For Nothing Homestead, and Ginger's daughter, Maggie Moo. I love the way y'all make those charcuterie boards. I probably butchered the name, but they're so cute and all. Would you, Ginger, put her name and her channel in the chat real quick so other people can look her up if they don't have her? Because she is very talented. So are you, of course, but I mean, I love seeing young people doing stuff like that. And I thank God for all the friends that we've made through here. Yep. You're right, Christine. And I'm learning that I've never met too, that I would trust with my life. I mean, I feel like if I met y'all in person, and I know we will one day, I really feel like that, but that it'll be like a homecoming, a big family reunion. Because, like Mark said, we're all birds of a feather flocking together. All right, good deal. So Into the Mud with Maggie Moo, and she is a very talented young lady. So guys, please look her up and subscribe to her channel as well. And we need to put a little fire under Miss Christine, Miss Gillum Farms behind, and get her to make us some more videos and support her. Because you definitely got something to offer, Christine. You constantly encourage people, and I love that. Let's see it on camera. Let's see you get that out there so that we can get you going, girl.
That's a meetup would be pretty cool.
Yeah, meetup would definitely be good. Let me go back and read that. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read too. So James is Mr. C, huh? That's awesome. I was wondering what Mr. C stood for. That's awesome. I'm going to write that down. So, you like carp? I like catfish.
I mean, if it swims, I'll eat it.
Mr. Cannon. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I can dip it in some egg and put some fish
Batter
fry
on it.
I'll eat it.
Yeah. And that's one thing. It's funny because when him and I met, you know, he likes to cook and stuff, but his fried food was just not there. And I said, dude, I'm going to have to show you how to cook some fried food, because I had a restaurant on the coast in Mississippi And I said, if that's one thing I could do is I can fry some fish and fry some seafood and stuff. So he has gotten so much better at it, and I can just sit back and let him cook even the fried stuff. I was like, nope, nope, nope. When he'd go to cook, I got the fish, I got the fried stuff.
She don't complain now.
Yeah, I love sushi. I love sushi. Camping Cage Free. Did I write? Yeah, Kevin at Camping Cage Free. So Camping Cage Free's first name's Kevin, guys. Meetups are good, and I will meet up if my you so funny, Bert. If my spaceship fits. Wayne says I hit. Let's try.
Well, if he's got a
You so
spaceship,
funny.
I'm gonna go cruise around with him.
Hey, Bert, since you do have a spaceship, I would like to go see what keeps flying over my house every night. So, could you come over here?
Be quiet about
Poplarville,
that.
Mississippi.
Be quiet about that one.
We hear it all the time,
No,
but we
just be
never see
quiet.
it.
Oh, I've seen it.
Well, Mark's seen it one time, him
Yeah.
and the neighbors.
Me and the neighbors, we've seen it.
And actually, yeah, it's crazy.
Don't say
You don't believe in all this stuff, but then you start seeing stuff and hearing stuff. It's like, what is going on here? Mostly mud.
fries, fish, goodness, yes.
Oh yeah, that fried fish is the bomb.
And I love bullfrogs. Oh, I haven't been able to catch none, but yeah.
I love to cook, and I should do more of it. I've just, I guess, burnt out on the restaurant stuff for all the years I had to cook for so many people. So Mark likes to cook, and I'm loving that he likes to cook. So I let him do a lot of the cooking when he's home. When he's not, I try to have him dinner cooked. But tonight I did the live, so we have leftovers if he wants those. Poor man's probably starving to death, but he does know how to fend for himself.
Yeah, see, she likes frog legs, yes.
And see, the
Love
frog
'em.
legs, Tiffany, I got, like, I was willing to try them, went to a buffet
Oh, man.
with family members, and they started making jokes about them jumping in the frying pan.
They can
And I'm
joke
like,
all they want.
okay, that's it. I can't do
They
it.
can joke all they want. It don't bother
I
me.
would try it again, but it's not. I mean, I could just picture the cute little frog.
Ah, and cute. It's tasty.
They might be looking for you, Bert. They might. Yeah, somebody has to rescue us from this craziness.
Yeah, tastes like chicken.
Yep. Y'all could all meet up over here, guys, and we could just set up campers and tents everywhere. Hey, Granny, filming again. Glad you could make it in.
How you doing?
What is your first name, Granny, filming again? Please. I see you in a lot of lives, chats. Sorry, guys. I got to kind of look over here and look at the chat on my phone because it's not, my computer is not in the best shape thanks to my cats. Good deal, Heather. That maybe encourage her to light that fire under her tail and get some more videos out for us. I'm so glad you feel happy in this live, Bert. You never disclosed in a live that I've been in that you was an alien before, so this is good news.
Oh, thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. What's your first name? Just Granny? Well, just go with Granny then. That's fine with us. I just don't want to disrespect you and not call you by name if you would prefer me call you by name. So Granny is great. Yeah. You know, my sisters and stuff will sometimes say, are you happy living in that camper? You know, you gotta want a bigger house. And I'm like, I have had the big house. I've had it all. I'm happy, more happy in this camper than I've ever been in my life. And I don't stay inside a whole lot. I'm outside more than anything. We eat our meals. We have a nice picnic table outside. When the weather's good, we eat outside. We do a lot of cooking outside.
Campfires, yeah.
Campfires.
Cowboy cooking.
Yeah. So I'm tickled to death to be in the camper. I mean, I'm glad I have organization skills where I can organize things, because sometimes you got to really get down in there and organize and on a regular basis. Because when you live with two guys that don't put anything back where it belongs half the time, you got to learn to stay on top of things and keep everything organized. So good deal. Good deal. That's awesome, Tiffany. And I mean, people don't even realize it. And just the burden, of the big house note and all. We are going to build a cabin. We already got our plans, place picked out and all on the property. But I'm not doing it until I get some of these other bills off of us that when we moved here we had, and some that we accumulated when we got here, because we want to be debt free and we want to build our cabin cash. And just to be on the smart side, I am not going to financially put myself under even more of a burden of being chained to the government if I can help it, if you know what I mean.
No, to the bank. We don't want to be changing.
Well, same thing.
Whatever you want to call it.
So we just, don't want that. I mean, we do have notes, tractors, things like this, and we just want to get all these things taken care of. We've had credit card bills that I've come in a relationship with. He's come in. Other people taking advantage of us before we met, things like that. So we're just trying to get out from under all that debt and pay it off. I don't want to do the bankrupt thing, because I made the debt. I want to be responsible. He made the debt. We want to be responsible for that. One at a time. He told me. Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah, Bert. Because you seem to win a lot of stuff. So I figured, well, heck, if you're going to win, throw it my way if you can't get it, buddy. Hey, Wayne from Custom Screen Printing. There's my little buddy. Y'all, if y'all don't have Wayne from Custom Screen Printing, please go and subscribe to him. He is such an awesome guy. He's so helpful. Shouting me out in the little farm and tells everybody what a great channel it is. And I'm so grateful to you, Wayne, for that. So please, guys, I'm begging y'all, go check him out and subscribe to him. He's a wonderful guy, and he's very helpful too. Let's see. Trying to make sure I haven't missed any of the comments, guys. So just bear with me, because I get to chattering.
Try not to yawn.
Yep. Camping cage free. Kevin, less is more. Yeah. And that's what I tell them. They go to fussing about all the stuff they have. And, we have a lot of stuff. I'm not going to lie. We do. But I'm going to be honest. A lot of stuff I just walked away from before. And the things that we do have, a lot of things that we do have, I get at thrift stores. I said, I am going to start living a more responsible, handy life. I'm not going to go burn up credit cards. I'm going to go repurpose stuff. And I love it. I have a blast. I feel like I've found a treasure when I find a good deal when I'm thrift storing it. Yeah, right. We live on the acres and sleep in the campers. You're right, Seven. Ken
Yeah.
Homestead, you're exactly right. Jason and Carrie.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's awesome. Ginger, big house and no yard, and now we have a tiny house and 18 acres.
Yes.
Hey, the acres is what
It's
matters.
a blessing. It's a blessing.
It's so much better outside than inside, right? Let's see. Yeah, we've had more than we deserve to, and we're thankful to God for everything that He's given us. Because we do tend to take things for granted, guys. We all do at times.
God has a way of humbling you sometimes, though.
Oh, He does. And that's what I tell Mark. I said sometimes we're hanging on by a rope and sometimes by our fingernails, but God's never let us down. He always provides in some way, shape, or form. No doubt, He always takes care of us. You can talk while I read, Mark.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Excuse me. I was falling asleep.
Yes, Christine, I'm going to try to go live every week.
Been a long day.
I'm going to shoot for probably 6 o'clock. We're going to say 6 o'clock on Tuesday nights. I did 5 o'clock tonight, but I knew it was going to take me a while to warm up and figure out how all this works because I didn't have a clue. So I'm a lot more comfortable now. But thanks to Josh at Sherman Family Farms, if it wasn't for him in here, I'd have probably started crying. And I don't cry easy. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to work this. So, and Mark wasn't here, so I'm trying to figure it all out by myself. And as y'all know, when you go live for the first time, you just kind of go live.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't know how to work any of the buttons or anything because you don't have that option to do. At least I ain't seen it where you can go ahead of time and
well, see, God
see
provided
stuff.
Josh to help you out. See?
Right.
God's always providing.
I'd rather have the land than the house. They aren't making. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Christine. I'd much rather have the land than the house too. I'd sleep in a tent all the time. I don't care. It wouldn't bother me one bit. I lay out. We had this. It broke finally, but we had this swing thing that was a glider type
Oh yeah,
hanging in the air deal.
that's cool.
I'd go out there and sleep on
Yeah,
it in the
just
night
so
under the stars, and they just kind of eventually got dry rotted, and the grandkids wore them out.
Oh, they jumped on them. Man, they abused
But
them.
I would sleep out under the stars every night if the weather wasn't bad.
Grandkids love them.
Let's see. Thank you so much, Christine.
Thank you.
Excited. And I'm going to ask that when I do get the live stream thing going with the StreamYard, I am going to ask some of y'all to come up on the platform with me
That'd be cool.
and talk about your channels and stuff, because I know that everybody will love y'all as much as I do.
Yeah, let's get it going next Tuesday.
It's so much fun. I was a nervous wreck, honest to God, when I first started this thing. Now I'm comfortable
It's all good.
and I feel good.
You know,
And Mark's here too.
it was my idea to start a YouTube channel up because I'm like, man, there's so many cool things I could show people and just maybe they make somebody laugh or make somebody happy that day. And I was procrastinating on starting it. And I came in one day. She said, oh, by the way, I started our YouTube channel up.
I don't mind at all, Wayne, that you dropped your link. That's good. I want people to find you
Cool.
and be subbed out to you. Yeah, what's funny is Mark wanted to start the YouTube because I didn't hardly ever watch TV or anything like that. He was like, it's really cool. And I was like, whatever, you know. And then I started watching some and I was like, okay. And then the more he talked about it, the more I was like, well, he's busy all the time. He's not getting nothing done. He's not getting it started like he said. So guess who started doing the research and who jump the channel off and who's in the lives and who's in the chats. But he's busy, but it works for me.
Gotta
I mean,
work.
honest to God, I love it. I didn't think in any way, shape, or form I would be so
It's
excited,
enjoyable. It's relaxing.
but I really love
And
it.
you meet some great people.
Right. I've met
And
some
you're
wonderful
blessed by-
people.
You're blessed by a lot of great people.
And that's something else, Bert, I need to learn how to do to schedule on the community tab. I put out a little thing saying that, I guess a post, but I didn't know how to do the scheduling for the live thing. So I'm going to have to do that and put it where, you know, I can schedule it. Yeah, Tamara or David too, if you're here with Heartland HQ. Yeah, I'm going to be asking for some favors with some different moderators. Heather Lanscrum agreed that she would be a moderator for me when we do get it up and going, which I'm planning on doing it soon. And I thank her for that. I see her in a lot of the chats on live. So at least I'll have one. And if anybody else wants to volunteer, that'd be awesome. Sevenkin Homestead, thank you so much. That'd be awesome to see you here on Tuesday nights at 6.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I do not know how to run StreamYard.
Well,
Wayne from
we
Custom Screen Printing, I don't have a clue. Don't have a clue.
Oh man.
So
Did we start our channel?
we started it in April
Yeah.
of this year. So yeah, Wayne, if you want to help me out with that, if you want to be a moderator, I trust you. I have set in on your lives and your chat and all that stuff. And I mean, I feel like I've known you my whole life. It's weird, but I do. Okay, guys, I'm just trying to catch up on the chat. So talk if you want, Mark, for a minute so I can.
Oh.
I just don't want to leave anybody out.
I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, we started at the end of April,
In the April, yeah.
Ginger. I think like April 24th. So it's been right at 3 months.
Yeah, it was just, we just said I think we'll start a YouTube channel and start showing the goats and stuff and playing with it. And she's like, oh, let's. And I really was just procrastinator on it. And I walked in one day. She said, oh yeah, by the way, the YouTube channel started, and she named it one thing, and we soon.
Well, because we laugh all the time because we said this is just one big funny farm. So we was going to name it Funny Farm, but that name is so
it was very
big and
used.
out there.
Yeah,
So
it was
we're
very
like,
used
not
up.
going to do that.
I said I didn't want to,
I didn't want to step on anybody's toes,
No.
and I didn't want to, be hard to find.
and
So I prayed about it, and then I was like, I started singing the song one day at a time in my head while I was just working around the house. So I said, that's it. I said, Mark, we're going to name it One Day at a Time, because that was my favorite song as a child.
well, if you really think about our life, it's one day at a time. I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
promised tomorrow. I mean, I might not even wake up. Who knows?
none of us are promised
We're not
tomorrow.
promised tomorrow. So I'm even driving to work. I'm like, just Lord, grant me peace today. Protect me at work. Just give me one day and just get me back home. And one day at a time. Really, if you think about it, it's a powerful statement. I mean, most people don't even try to get through the day. They worry about tomorrow and they worry about next week. And what happens to them? They get frustrated. They get anxiety out. They get, high blood pressure. So just one day at a time. It really makes sense to just say, I'm going to live one day at a time. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about next month. I'm not worried about tomorrow.
You
I'm
you
just-
burn up a bunch of stress for
I'm just
no
gonna
reason
do it one
whatsoever.
day at a time, and you know,
Mary from Tiger 454. We're glad you back. So I'm gonna have to check out Grumpy Acres as well. And then okay, Christine. Let's see. All right, Bert, I would be very comfortable with you being a moderator as well. So that'd be
that
awesome.
will be
So we're going to do Tuesday nights at 6.
Tuesday night.
I mean, yeah,
at
we're
6.
dragging it out longer, and we appreciate y'all for hanging in here.
Well, you get to talking, time flies. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
That's because just get
Glad you're back in, Heather, that you're
Comfortable.
listening. Granny filming, I'm with you. I try to keep up in the chat and say hi to everybody when I go on other people's lives because I am trying to get to know everybody, but I don't think I would be a good moderator either because I can't read fast enough.
Well, that chat
Even
gets,
though I love to read, it just gets moving
that chat
fast
gets
sometimes.
rolling.
And I feel like I'm leaving somebody else out, and it bothers me. I don't want to feel like I've forgotten somebody because that is not my intention in
Well,
any way, shape, or form.
Just say if I forgot anybody, hey, just go back on the chat.
Yeah. So that's what I try to do. I'm rolling back as Mark is
Yeah.
talking to read and hope
I mean,
that
if
I
you get,
didn't miss anything.
Believe me, we don't want to forget nobody. We want to see all the comments and.
So guys, if you will, TYGER 454, Tiger 454. Her name is Mary. Y'all, if you're not subbed to her, please go check her out. And I'm sure she'll do the same. Hey, Bert, I'm trusting you, my little alien friend. I think you'd be a good one.
Thank you, Miss Christine. That's
Thank
sweet.
you, Christine. Yeah, I think I mentioned it to you, Tamara, before in the messages that when I was a child, my mom had played that and it really set in my soul when I was a little child. And I would beg her when we'd go eat at restaurants that had the old jukeboxes and stuff.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Please play that song, Mama. Please play that song. And it just always has been in my soul. I accepted the Lord as my Savior when I was 7 years old. And that song has just been my go-to. Even as a child, because I had a really rough childhood. And I would just sing that song to myself when things were rough. Yep, I'm going to check out Grumpy Acres for sure. Well, I thank you, Bert. That makes me feel good. If there's anybody in here that I haven't mentioned, please bring it to my attention because I didn't mean to rattle on. I didn't mean to miss you. Yes, that is the version I like to sing. Yes. That's something else, guys, that I used to love to do is sing, but I'd never sing in front of people. I have the worst kind of stage fright there is. So I do not sing in front of other people.
I can sing pretty good too.
You could sing good?
Yeah.
Okay. You gonna sing for your supper?
No.
Hey, Freedom Redbird. Hey, Miss Brenda. So glad you came.
Hello there.
Miss Brenda is a faithful moderator for many channels.
Freedom Redbird?
Yep.
Is that, okay, so
Yep.
that's Miss Brenda.
Yes,
Hi, Miss Brenda. How you
at
doing?
Freedom Redbird. Yep, one day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking of you.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to do, just one day at a time, guys, is ask him to give us one more day, one more day. And sometimes, I know there's been days I'm like, Lord, why can't you just check me out of here? I'm ready to come home. But I wouldn't get to see my grandbabies raised up. And, it gets depressing sometimes with what's going on. But I don't want to leave. I've got a purpose here, and I know God has me here for a reason.
My purpose is to aggravate her.
Absolutely.
And of course, go to work.
Absolutely.
That is good.
But yeah, he's real good at aggravating. No, we get along pretty good, guys. For the most part.
Yeah.
We're like any other couple. We have our ups and downs, but for the most part, we really mesh good
I'm mostly
together.
up, she's down.
Well, let's not even go there, okay? It's a man thing, no.
Yeah, God does have a perfect plan for us all. That's right. Amen.
He
Amen.
does. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Wayne. Thank you. Let's see. Uh-huh.
I gotta get some water.
All right. Let's see, guys. All right, we'll go till 8:30 if y'all don't mind hanging in there with us till 8:30. That's about 9 minutes, I guess. And then we'll my poor husband come home to an empty pot. He says he's all right, but I'll get up and fix him something or slap him upside the head with the leftover chicken salad. Sound of Freedom. Ah, nice. I wanted to go see the Sound of Freedom. My sisters were going, and I actually won some tickets, and I wasn't able to make it. I got sick, so I didn't get to go, and that really broke my heart because I really wanted to see that movie. In the kitchen. No, it's one day at a time. Just one day at a time. 7177 at gmail.com. It's not Homestead or Farmstead on the email, just one day at a time. 7177 at gmail.com. Which I sent y'all a email, Tamara. So you should have it in an email that I sent you in the past. Did you, Wayne, are you saying yes, you would be a moderator, or no? I couldn't understand. I could imagine Ginger and Tiffany on a day-to-day basis. I love laughing and listening to them on their channels and then lives and stuff, but I can imagine them too. I would love to hang around them. 'Cause I don't let it come out real often, but I like to cut up. Yeah, what we're going to have to start doing, Christine, is having leftovers, like you said, for Tuesday night, something that's easy to chow down on before. Mark, we don't like to eat out, but he might have to pick something up on the way home if he's running late. Yeah, I didn't know Seven Ken Homestead that they were still playing it. I thought it was only like the 4th of July weekend thing. Okay, thank you, Wayne. That's fine. That's 100% fine. I appreciate you. So, I didn't realize they were still running that movie, like I said, Jason. But if they are, I would love to go see it. I'll have to check and see. And Wayne, if you've not, on Thursday nights, they have quite the lineup on lives that start at 5 o'clock with Gillum Farms, and it just goes on through the night. You've got 9 Acre Family Farm, you've got Kettle Kitchen, those are later in the night, and then you've got Muddin' for Nothing, which is Tiffany and Ginger. Mud and Mascara Homestead is Tiffany, and Ginger is Not for Nothing Homestead. And the two girls have Muddin' for Nothing, and they're a hoot to watch. And you have I love Tara and Jason at White Rock Homestead. They're fun. And I love is it Empty Homestead? Is that on Wednesdays, or is that actually Thursdays as well? I think that's Wednesdays, huh? All right, good deal. Thanks. I'll check the email shortly. I don't know how they could drop their links in here. If they know how to do that, I would welcome it. I have no idea how to do that. So, Wayne, if they know how to drop their links in here, I would love for them to do that. I don't have StreamYard set up yet, so I didn't know if that was a thing or not, if you could. Okay, great. Empty Homestead is on Wednesday. So if y'all have not checked them out, please check them out. They're fun too. They're a wonderful group. And then there's so many, guys. And I'll start shouting out more and more. And Miss Brenda at Freedom Redbird, if y'all haven't checked her out, please check her out. She's a moderator for a lot of people, I've noticed. Very sweet lady. Yeah, I'm going to get the StreamYard probably in the next few days here. Hopefully we'll have it set up for next week. So that's what my goal is, to try to get that set up for next week, so that we can maneuver a little bit better, and hopefully y'all will come on and jump in here with me on the platform sometimes, and we can talk and do whatever on Tuesday nights, especially when Mark can't make it here. My poor honey's over there eating chips because I didn't fix him dinner. Not unless you gave moderator. Okay. I don't even know how to do that right at this point. Moderators, the wrenches. I don't know how to do any of that, but I'm surely going to be researching it this week. On the right side of my name. Tiffany, are you talking to me about the 3 dots on the side of your name? Hey, Stevie Outdoorsman, how are you? Glad you came in. We're going to be on here just a few more minutes. We've been in here for a little while. It's our first live, and I think everybody, this is very special to me, guys, that y'all are supporting us in our very first live. It's so exciting. Trying to write down Stevie Outdoorsman and everybody that's been in here. It's been very special that y'all are supporting us and coming in here. But I have definitely got some things to learn about all this live stuff. It is definitely my first rodeo when it comes to all this technical stuff. the 3 dots next to their name instead of standard mode. Okay. Okay. The only problem with that is, like, I have my computer where it's set up and it's broken because my cat's knocked it off. I have a laptop and it's a touchscreen computer, and the cat's knocked it off and broke it on the corner, so I can't touch the screen, and I've got to be very careful what I do on it at all. I'm using that right now for the camera, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to turn off notifications because the notifications are covering up my chat on that. So I'm reading the chat from my phone. So I've got to figure out how to turn all this mess off and go back and do that. So let's see. I see dots up here. All right, community moderation. I see that. Participants, toggle moderation. Okay, so what do I go by? Community moderation, participants. What do I choose there? Because I don't see. Hold on, guys. 1 second. Let me try something. Bear with me if you don't mind. Yeah, I'm going to have to learn how to turn off all these notifications on my computer so it doesn't cover up my chat. All right, so all the way on the right of the channel name. All right. All right, I see the 3 little dots on the top where it says chat, and then I press on that and it says community moderation, participants, toggle moderation activity, pop out chat, and toggle time stamp. So what do I do there? Okay, Miss Brenda, that's good to know. We are in Mississippi. We're in Poplarville, Mississippi, Stevie Outdoorsman. Oh, welcome back, CNC Farms. Glad y'all came back. I'm trying to read the chat and catch up with that real quick. I know I was going a little while longer, Ashley, but it just became kind of fun talking to everybody, and everybody that I watch and follow their channels and watch their live streams. I got so excited when they came in, I couldn't leave. Let's see. North Carolina. Good deal, Stevie Outdoor. Channel name inside the chat. All right, I'm still trying to learn how to do this. Click their name on the phone. Okay, so let's see. Uh-oh. I think I messed up. Hold on, guys. I definitely messed up. I'm pressing the wrong stuff. If y'all can still hear me, just give me 1 second. There we go. Don't want to do that. I can't do anything on this computer. So I guess we're going to have to be playing with the... Give me 1 second, guys. I'm not trying to ignore y'all. I'm going to try to do it from the phone because I seem to do better on the phone than I do on this computer screen. So let's see.
What I miss?
All right. So, all right. While I'm on my phone, though, I can't do the chat and figuring stuff out. Let's see. All right, so I'll play around with that with I don't want to take up too much time doing that, but I'll play around with moderators and stuff. So I've got Bert Window, Wayne from Custom Screen Printing, and Heather Lanscombe right now that is going to moderate for me. And Miss Brenda from Freedom Redbird, if you are available on Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock, I've seen you moderate for other people. You can say no, it's not going to hurt my feelings. I know you're a very busy lady, but I would love it if you also would. Okay, Ginger, that would be awesome. And Tiffany, okay, that would be awesome. Yes, indeed. I would love that. All right, good deal. So I'm going to write all of y'all down, and that is so awesome to know that y'all are so willing to help me because I need help. I need help. I need a lot of help.
Yeah.
Help y'all probably can't even give me. No. And don't laugh.
Why
No.
not? It's funny. They're going to think it's funny.
That's awesome. Y'all are so sweet. Thank y'all all. I gratefully appreciate it because
Yes, we do.
I am so new to all of this.
We do. We greatly appreciate it. Like I said, at first we couldn't even hold the camera straight.
We still have
Like,
problems
what's
doing
right?
that sometimes.
How you turn the phone?
Yeah, sometimes we still get it wrong. We think
I
we're
do.
doing it right, but it still comes out
I do.
wrong.
It comes out. The video is all like a little bitty line.
I want to eventually get the what they call that GoPro camera and all. I've been researching all that, but
GoPro 11.
They got a hefty price on those too, which I'm sure y'all know.
Yeah.
But we want to get all the little gadgets. It's just going to come in time, I guess.
Yep.
So we'll get it when we can get it. And yeah, Ashley, I'm a lot more comfortable now than when I first started because I was just about to literally cry if poor Josh wouldn't have been here with Sherman Family Farms. I probably would have lost it because I don't cry easy, but I'm like, this thing ain't working. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do? So I was laughing and crying at myself. Aw, thank y'all so much. Thank you, Seven Ken. That's so sweet of you, Jason. And everybody that's saying we're doing a good job.
We're just real.
It'll all come, you know.
All you gotta
It will.
do is be real with it.
All right, good deal. That's good to know that I can do it through YouTube Studio because I'm a little more comfortable on that platform. Yeah, Josh really is a really nice guy. I see him in the in a lot of people's chats and stuff, and watch his content a lot of times, and he's really super duper nice guy. Thank you, Miss Brenda. I wasn't doing great earlier. I was like nervous and didn't know what to say, or it helps when you have people in the chat that's talking to you and you can respond to those people. But when you have nobody and you're just flying by the seat of your pants, it's like, you know, what do I say next? Thank you, Heather. It's a lot of fun though. I mean, it's a lot more fun than I thought. And guys, if you haven't checked into Miss D at Homestead in the Wood with D, please go check her out because she was a great big help to me, and she's the one made me comfortable in the first place. She brought me up on her platform, and Peaceful Des, they brought me up on their platform, trying to get me used to actually talking and being in front of a camera because I was a nervous wreck. I was just like, oh no, I can't do this. I mean, I could feel like my face get red, my heart beating in my head. And it's funny because I don't have a problem talking to anybody in public, but I just have this terrible stage fright thing getting in front of people.
Yeah, she's more of a talker. I'm more of a, if I'm at the store, I just want to get what I don't need to eat and get out.
I love people, period.
I mean, I love people too, but when I'm hungry, I just like get in the store and get what I need. You know.
Okay. All right. That's good to know, Ashley. I remember now. You're right. We did. She is a sweetheart, Miss D. She's growing some beautiful tomatoes. And Miss Rita's Roost was in here earlier, guys. If y'all haven't checked her out, please check her out. She's so sweet, and I love the way she talks. She is just precious as can be. She's so country and just adorable. So if y'all haven't checked out Miss Rita at Rita's Roost, please do so, because I really think y'all would like her. She's canning and doing all kind of stuff and quilting, and really great person. Thank you, Tiffany. I'm getting y'all confused. Ginger, thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with us. We appreciate you so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, Miss Rita is a wonderful person, Wayne. She is so sweet. Yeah, going to the store around here, social event.
Yeah.
I hate going to the store. I mean, I love people, but if I can stay in my own little world, I'd love just staying with the animals instead of dealing
Thank you,
with
Miss
people.
Christine. Have a good evening.
Yeah, thanks so much, Miss Christine, for coming in, and we appreciate it. Guys, I know Mark is hungry. It's 20 to 9,
I am.
and I'm still sitting here talking. So thank everyone for coming in. Thanks for the ones that agreed to be moderators. I'll go in there, play with it before next week, see what we can do. And we got dogs to let in and everything too. So y'all have a wonderful night. It has been a blast.
Yes.
Thank y'all, guys. So we're going to be here 6 o'clock on Tuesday nights
Be
every
blessed.
week. Thank y'all. God bless y'all. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you next time.